Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's ttrpg, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, we are playing a game that was heavily requested by one of the players currently sitting here, and we made it happen because we love our community here. But before we dive into it, we do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being, of course, that we're sponsored not only tonight, but for all of our streams by Soul Muppet Publishing. They are a very cool publishing house with a bunch of very cool games under their belt, namely Orbital Blues, which we have done a playthrough of in the past. And I almost positive it's closed now, but they did do a Kickstarter for another Orbital Blues book, Afterburn, which we'll be checking out someday, and we'll play it again. I make no promises when, but someday. And I'm sure that, hey, there's the link. There's a link in chat where if you click that, go check out the store and decide to pick anything up. It does go to support us, and we heckin' love you. Other than that, if you miss any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG on YouTube. We have something like 400-ish videos with many hundreds of hours of content with a bunch of very cool people telling a bunch of very cool stories. And you should go check them out and give them a thumbs up and a like and a follow and all that good social media stuff so the algorithm loves us. And finally, if you want to come roll some dice with us, you can join our community at the link down below. That big old button that says Discord. It is where we post things like schedules, casting calls, and just generally hang out and be giant nerds. With that, all I have, I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are and who they're playing tonight and who their divine mother or father is. And let's keep up some music. What do we got in
Vive
our
la
playlist? That'll work. It'll start eventually, I promise. Oh, no, I lied. That one. There we go. All right, we're gonna go left to right, top to bottom. Means that first up, in order that I know, is Kit.
Is it me, Jesus? It's never me. Hi. I'm Kit. You can find me most places on the internet at Kit Roll or on Twitter, all supplies last at Kit Roll Cause. Tonight I will be playing Ava, and she is the daughter of Heimdall, Norse god of the end times and also rainbows. Don't worry about it.
Let's go together.
Yeah.
Right?
And that brings us over to Rise.
Hi, that's me. I'm Rise. Yeah, that's me. Tonight I am going to be playing Thorn Everheart, who is descendant of Hades and Persephone. You know, of the Greek fame. Those guys in the underworld.
Yeah, those guys.
So in your backyard,
Honestly,
okay.
couples goals. Like, honestly, Hades and Persephone, couples goals. Just saying. But that moves us down to Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. You can find me online at Chance47. And tonight I'll be playing Teddy Coleman the Reaper, who is the child of his two cool moms, Hecate and the Morrigan.
I'm so cool. I have two moms. Take that. And then that brings us over to Johnny.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I will be playing Wesker Evergreen tonight, and I am the kid of a solo father from Greek mythology, Dionysus.
Or what's Bacchus? Other name?
Bacchus.
Yeah, I believe it's
Roman,
name.
yes.
Yeah.
And then certainly not the individual that begged and pleaded and bribed and blackmailed to get this game on the docket for this month, LC.
Hi, I'm LC. I'm Optimistics on all social media. What's up? I'm playing Lily Abbott. She's a daughter of Izanami, which is the goddess and I think original mother in Japanese mythology for creation and also death. Both, as all things should be equal. And I didn't blackmail anybody. I just, had a full swing hyperfixation rekindling thanks to Percy Jackson. And my 13-year-old heart said, hey, you remember that thing you wanted to do? Let's do it. And then she signed up for Lent. And now I can't do it anymore. So we can't kiss NPCs here, folks. I mean, I can't.
You
Everybody else
can't.
can. I can't. I'm going to
Speak for
win
yourself.
Lent.
Yeah,
Right.
I come across Hades down here.
I actually gave up not kissing NPCs for Lent. So
See, I think Kit has a better idea.
I think
I gave
playing
up.
smarter,
well-
not harder.
I gave up letting PCs live. So
what the
How is that
Hey.
any different?
The violence.
Wait, you have to give up something you were already doing.
yeah, but there were occasionally 1 or 2 survivors. Now there's going to be none.
Okay, well,
Oh,
rude.
violence is
honestly.
inherent.
We didn't do anything to deserve
There's
this.
violence
That's
inherent to
what
the
Kurt
hoop.
said. It's true.
And I am Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game, your herald, as it were. You can find me here always, all the time. I never leave. Ever. But we should probably get started with tonight. And kick it off with just a little bit of scene setting. That'll work. At the gates of the underworld, the depths of Hades, there usually lies a guardian. 3-headed, tall, proud, loves belly scratching, by the name of Cerberus. Fortunately, word has spread, not only the underworld, but the above world, the heavens, wherever you all happen to reside in your vacation homes, that Cerberus has gone missing. The mighty guardian is gone. And Hades warns that if Cerberus is not returned soon, that's the very balance between the mortal realm and the underworld could be severely disrupted. That's where you all come in. In fact, why don't we start character descriptions off with Thorn? Thorn, where were you? What were you doing when you heard that Cerberus had gone missing?
I feel like that perhaps it was morning, probably around 10 a.m., so far too early to actually be up and doing anything. Thorn probably would still have been in bed, probably sleeping off whatever shenanigans and revelry occurred the night before. So most likely twisted up in the very nice black satin sheets and his normally perfect black hair, a little mussed, but attractively so. Most likely, and I will say he's probably alone at this point, because other people get up earlier and leave. And probably would have been rather disturbed to have been woken up so early by this deific call, so to speak.
And of course, it is all hands on deck. Anyone who's not currently busy with some usually menial task, let's be real. It's not like these spirits take a lot of babysitting to get them from A to B. I mean, most of the time it's the ferryman that really, is in charge of anything. But on this day, even those typically not responsible for day-to-day tasks, you've all been reassigned. And of course, whoever does find Cerberus has been promised a reward greater than any of you can imagine. There's that.
Thorn fairly quickly would have been on the phone trying to gather up the rest of his little coterie and his entourage here, and to let them know what had happened and tell them they absolutely had to come immediately, because this was not something that could wait.
Who you calling first?
I would say first. Well, considering it's a missing dog, I would have been calling our friendly Reaper here.
Absolutely. Then Teddy, what are you doing as you get this call? And character description.
Yeah, Teddy Coleman, he's like part Molgoth, part skater, part crunchy hippie, doesn't really know what he wants to be. But I don't know, man, he just really loves animals. So he's working at his no-kill shelter. Anything is possible. And he's probably setting up for the day. It took a second, Hoop, but you got it.
I got it.
He's probably setting up for the day, getting ready, checking arrivals when he would get the call. And this is the dog. So yeah, he's gonna do whatever it takes to find old Serby.
Then call received. I assume that you would either promptly close up shop for the day or just kind of pass the responsibility on to the other employees. And
Oh yeah, I have probably like a couple of volunteers, and I tell them that I have like very important business. I'll be back as soon as I can. Just don't kill any of the animals because we're a no-kill shelter.
literally your one job. Correct? Then Thorn, who's next on the call list?
Probably Ava.
Ava. Ava, what are you doing when you get this call?
Ava probably has her nose in a book at this point. She is up on the sort of like porch balcony situation of a fire lookout tower, because that is her mundane day job, because apparently we all need one of those. So she's, flipping through this book, occasionally, looking up, doing her rounds, etc. And I think, unlike Ava, normally, day to day, she falls asleep on the job. And that is how these visions come to her. And that is how she gets the call. Because she is descendant of Heimdall, who predicts the end times. So she has, of course, been blessed with the prediction of smaller scale end times. And part of that has come to light in that something is coming, something nondescript. But if Cerberus is gone when this happens, she's got an inkling of how that would go down. And it's less pretty than it would be otherwise. So she doesn't necessarily get the call that Cerberus is gone. She kind of gets it in a roundabout way. And then I think immediately starts reaching out to other folks. Namely Lily.
Lily, where are you when the call goes out? Cerberus.
I would probably about like maybe 7 or 8 miles away from Eva, in the same national park. While Eva likes to hang out in her little fire watch tower, treehouse, whatever. Reading her little books. Lily works on the ground on the front lines of the national forest and parks, working on programs to make awareness for children and adults alike of the national parks and great activities we can do in them. And she's just like a little camp counselor leader. She looks a lot like I would describe as Jubilee from the more recent X-Men films. So like a lot of bright colors, a lot of pigtails with 90s bobble type ties, I guess you would call them. I don't remember the exact like name of the type of hair tie that you use, but it's the ones with the two little knots on them. And maybe some butterfly clips. Let's add some butterfly clips too, just to like really drive home the point. So yeah, she'd be probably, I want to say like leaf collecting. I don't know what time of year it is, but leaf collecting is always fun for like pressing to make like pattern rubbings with crayons for kids. I think that's what she'd be doing when she got to college. Be like, oh, what? Severus is missing? Oh, I have to go like ASAP and tap in another counselor to watch over the kids and then just bounce. I don't know if this counselor's competent, but we'll find out.
I mean, but much like your compatriot, I'm sure you leave them with the instruction, don't kill any while I'm gone, and then we leave it at that.
Don't add to the population, don't subtract to the population. There's another part and I don't remember it.
Don't start any fights. If you do start any fights, make sure you finish it.
Yeah,
in the
all of
hospital,
that.
the news, or jail.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The whole
Neat.
thing was elaborately described to this other counselor.
Maybe just make some trinkets while we're gone, you know.
Then,
And I would call the only one left, which I think is Wesker.
Yeah.
Wesker, what you doing? You get this call, and what do you look like?
I will say, depending on how many times they would call, I would just see like my phone be on silent. I'm like, no, and then like the third time, like, okay. Wesker would probably be getting ready for the day. He is, doesn't get up super early because why would he? He doesn't have a job currently. But he would be preparing his nice outfit for the day. A black blazer with a nice dress tie and, dress shirt. He would be trying to find a good matching pair of pants. Probably just going through like 6 or 7 pairs and then be like, okay, let's see what this is about. But, brushing through his long black hair, trying to get the streaks in his hair just right, the red streaks on his left and right side. And then after finally setting on a nice outfit, taking a photo of himself just like, oh. And then just saying like, another day, wait a minute, never mind, not dollar, because no job. And then probably heading on out to head over to meet everyone, or at least Lily.
Yeah. Thorn, after you've called everyone, after brought everyone together, where are you bringing?
I think probably the easiest place would be to his apartment. Well, penthouse, rather. It's large and lavish and has plenty of room, and besides, he needs to spend that time getting himself ready while everyone else comes over. And, plus, it's probably the closest connection to Hades that they have.
And through whatever means, we've all been brought to the penthouse estate in the underworld, where I'm sure either on the way here or after you got here, really it's all anyone's talking about. So, I guess my question for everyone at this moment, other than Thorn, sorry, you're already here. Would any of you consider yourselves to be the nosy type? Overhear conversations, to dig for rumors or scuttlebutt or anything of this?
Ava doesn't want to be, but she does always end up hearing these things, either through the grapevine or through visions. She doesn't want to be nosy. It just happens.
Well, do you have a move that you want to do? Or you just believe that that's something that you would kind of naturally...
I mean, I do have a move that gives me visions.
I think that would work.
So I can roll for that if
Sure.
you would like.
Yeah. What's the move called?
Oracle. It's what it says on the tin. No whammies, no whammies. Moderate whammies. 10?
10. On a 10 plus, the vision is mostly cleared and gives directional insight. A +1 ongoing of these. The vision would show the 5 of you meeting Karen, Right, man. So, for some reason, he seems reluctant to be willing to take you across the river. It seems like you eventually find a way, but not without some. You see the five of you navigating through the fields of Asphodel. Again, not without cost. Eventually, finding what you're looking for, deep within the pits of Tartarus.
This is homophobic.
Interesting. Yeah, I imagine, I don't know, are we swinging around to pick these fools up on the way to the penthouse? Is that what's going? Is there a group chat situation? Like, I'm imagining Ava's in, like, the passenger seat, like, having this vision and, like, talking through, like, you know, trying to describe a dream, and it doesn't quite make sense to anybody else who wasn't, like, witnessing it, but, like, the vibes are there, like, kind of describing where they have to go. Karen's gonna throw a fit about it, apparently, but it works. We have to go to Tartarus, or we're in Tartarus. The thing is in Tartarus, but if the dog is in Tartarus, then things are fine. I don't know. Just sort of rambling. I imagine Lily's driving, probably. Lily knows better than to let Ava drive. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. You can't have no visions in driving. We talked about this.
Usually there's not so many.
Well, one is enough, and we all know what happened after that.
Listen, okay? I was still figuring stuff out. It's fine. I'm better now.
I'm just saying, the telephone pole won that time.
Yeah, well, I think I won, so.
Won
It
what?
was a tie. It was a tie.
Yeah, then I think
It
the
was
two
a
of
tie.
you would pull up in your car along the literal highway to hell up at Thorn's estate and see that there are already a few folks here, all standing out in like the main court. Thorn, as one by one your guests arrive, eventually you all convene. And I will hand the scene over to you.
It was a motorcycle.
All
Of
the more
course it
impressive.
was.
I really need to drive that home to Kit. There you go. You're welcome.
It's fine.
Well, once
I'm
everybody
fine.
gets there, Thorn will kind of come out of the back, almost dramatically, like throwing open the door and walking out as he's pulling on this, exquisitely well-cut, dark, red-black jacket over a black shirt and slacks and everything. Just everything is like, perfectly put together, like Hollywood
Very
had
Lucifer vibes.
the time. Yes, very Lucifer vibes. That is very much so. Oh, all right, my darlings. As you have heard, my wonderful, beloved puppy, Cerberus, has gone missing. Now, does anyone know anything about this? Ava, dear, have you seen anything?
I mean, I've seen what happens if we don't find him. I don't. Something's in Tartarus, I guess.
Tartarus?
I think.
Well, why in the
I don't-
world would the dog go to Tartarus?
I don't. Is that not where he hangs out?
No, God's no.
They
No one
all-
wants to go to Tartarus.
Well, yeah,
Such
but
a
it's gotta,
dreary, terrible place.
it's gotta be somebody's job, right?
Well, no one important.
Still getting used to all of these different hells.
The only thing in Tartarus worth noting is that's where they buried Kronos, but no one cares about that. That's ancient history.
Something's down there. Maybe it's the dog. I don't know. I didn't see that far, but
Dreadful.
I think we gotta go there.
Oh, of all the places. Oh, you brought Lily. How wonderful.
Hi.
I see you haven't changed your hair at all. That's quite
Nope.
retro.
And you're still boring.
Okay, so are we waiting on other folks, or is this sort of the
I think
Squad.
this should be sufficient, I believe. Everyone else, I know the Grand Mater and Grand Pater have called in a number of other people to help, so souls and specters and flunkies and the like, but I guarantee you none of them should have the exact qualifications that I believe our group will. After all, we are what we are, dear.
Do we know who the last person to see Cerberus was?
No, but I bet it would be good to find out. Though generally, most of the people who see Cerberus are quite dead and generally in passing, but perhaps someone was lingering in the area.
I've got an idea.
Oh, do tell.
Hoop, I have a move called You See Dead People, where I see dead people. Everywhere you go, the
Penny.
spirits of those who haven't moved on are visible to you. When you pierce the veil, you may direct your questions directly to any spirits present. I would like to go to Cerberus's last known whereabouts and try and talk to any spirits who might be there.
That would be a little difficult. That would take Alice.
Can the son of Hades take us to the palace?
Absolutely.
Yeah, can we go visit your old dad?
I mean,
Oh,
if you
God.
wanted to ask questions of the deceased that have not yet passed on, you could open the window and just poke your head out. There's a few million of them out there.
I will do so. I will open the window and just be like, "Hey, have any of you seen a dog?"
Oh dear.
Just
Sifting
wait.
through the wails and screams and just guttural noises that you'd get from the millions of voices out there. Why don't we roll to pierce the veil?
What do you add
Which
to pierce
is
the
2d6
veil?
plus your judgment.
All right. Aha, 10.
And you get to ask 3 of the questions on page. Wow,
Oh,
these pages are numbered really weird.
Under the pierce the veil move, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I've
are
got
they
the move sheet.
numbered so weird?
They are
don't know.
very all over the place.
On page 2-3.
On page 2-3.
It's like
I
a
think.
booklet. It's like a booklet. You know?
I think the first question I would ask is, "Hey, did anyone see what happened to old Serby?"
There are people here, kind of rumor of passing it on, that someone or something came and severed the chains that kept Cerberus tied to the gate and hauled him off.
Okay. And then my next question would be, when did this happen?
Within the past 24-ish hours.
Last 24-ish hours. And my final question, just because I'm kind of curious, if I can kind of twist this question, what is the greatest danger? Was this person who severed these chains dangerous?
Yes, very.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, so there's some bad news and then there's some like not great news.
Oh.
So apparently someone very scary and dangerous severed the chains and took him about 24 hours ago.
How did
Sever the chains.
How would they do that? That seems improbable. That would cause a multitude of commotions. Like,
Considering where those chains came from, it's the idea of severing them is
Can we get to them?
difficult.
The chains. They're
The
still
chains? The other half of them would be, yeah.
Yeah, probably still connected to the walls, I would imagine.
there. If we can get there, I might be able to see what happened. Get a clearer view.
Excellent.
But I
think
would
we have
need
a plan
something
then.
physical.
Good. Let's go. Absolutely. Come on, everybody up. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're just gonna go to
Okay.
hell. Okay.
March
just
right
sat
in there.
down.
Okay.
Oh dear, you're already in hell.
Did you already have some deviled eggs prepared for us? Ha 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 ha. Ha, ha. No, but this is serious.
You dress very
Oh.
nicely, but your humor is terrible. Go on, work on that.
Devil.
Come
I
on.
get it.
Besides, I don't believe in devils in Greek. It's different.
Well, you know,
Because you
there's all
don't
these,
believe doesn't mean they don't exist.
you know, all these new, fangled hells and heavens. It's hard to keep up with.
No.
This new Gen Z hell.
We're living in it.
Yeah.
I believe that's called Wisconsin.
Is that the place with all the snow and, cold?
Please.
Yes, precisely.
Hmm.
Well,
And cheese. Good lord, the cheese.
Spawn
I
of
think
Hades.
regular hell is fine.
As you well know, the only way to cross the river Styx be the ferryman's stone.
Who's got the drachmas?
The what?
The
You know,
drachmas.
Coins.
That's why
Sent it.
That's why they
coins.
used to put the coins on the eyes of people who died to pay the ferryman.
The drachmas.
I mean, I've got like my Aldi quarter
the
will
Aldi
that
court of fucking
work.
Are you still tying a
Sacagawea's
string
silver
to it?
dollar.
By
Oh
the
no,
way,
it's like you 3D print it and it like comes on it's like a little stick thing so that you don't. I don't know. They're just cute and you can like they make them in fun colors and nobody carries change so it's easier. They just live on my keychain.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna look around my house and see if I actually have any coins for the ferryman.
I mean, you
Like
tell
2
me.
acorns. I've got 2 acorns, Hoop.
I mean, I would think I would, but I would also think there's a chance that I already used them all and forgot to replenish them.
When was the last
Um,
time you actually had to ride the ferry?
Ooh, God.
Because I mean, you can get in and out of the palace, no problem. Companions, on the other hand,
We can't just be like an entourage.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you have like a
Can't just have like a
group pass?
posse.
Probably the last time I got really drunk and tried to take people in.
Where are they now?
Good question.
You can take them in. It's getting them out that
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we
up.
always seem to
Could.
get that far.
you could all get a free ride, no problem. But then none of you are.
you get one.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
Well, let's see. And go back into his bedroom. You hear drawers open. He finally opens underwear drawer, starts digging in there. Throws a box of condoms all over on the bed. Oh, here we go. Comes out with a little bag. Yeah, so here we go. All set.
All right. Anything you'd all like to do? Relatively short journey from the penthouse estates through the first layer of hell, River Styx.
Nothing in particular. Too busy worrying. But as we get closer in, you see that his hair, which has been just jet black, actually kind of starts to fade until it's partially gray, like white gray towards the back.
Silver Fox, got you.
Doctor Strange vibes going on.
Understood. We
So it
respect
always
it.
happens the closer I get to, the middle.
Do you not just
Um,
dye it? I mean, I feel like that would help.
I'm sorry, what was that? Whisper?
I mean, do you not just dye your hair? Like,
Oh God, no! How gauche?
I mean, is it a root problem? Because that usually happens.
It's more of an underworld problem, really.
I don't know. My hair looks fine.
Yeah, we're all looking pretty nice. I'm curious.
Yes, well, would you like to get across the river Styx by yourself? Perhaps you can take a swim.
I mean, maybe I do have the subway card. They might take that. Well, did I reload it?
They take Cash App.
What's their Venmo? I'm curious.
I've got my
That is
like
like-
game
that
card
is-
from the arcade. Is that anything?
Harriman does not take
My
that.
Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
I've got my tilt card. Y'all remember tilt?
Stop! Look. Logan and I, he worked at the Tilt where I'm from as a kid in Georgia. At the same time, my brother lived there and was his age. So there's a chance those two have crossed randomly.
And I still have the card from that very tilt.
You know what? Bet. I bet it is. I remember Tilt though. I remember Tilt.
Karen's gotta like games, right?
Yeah.
Karen
Maybe
likes
not
like the
Karen.
Beat Saber.
Oh,
think-
That sounded so old. They like the Beat Saber, right?
the beats.
I don't
Those
know what the
Vigi
kids are
games?
doing. I don't know what the youths are up to.
The Pokemans.
The Pokemon.
Pokemans Go.
Okay,
Hey,
he's willing
they
to
sure
help.
win.
I'll buy him a whole VR setup.
Well, journey itself, well, relatively short because time here tends to play with your mind a little. Is for most of you, quiet, very scenic. Everything is a little foggy, but even through the fog, you're seeing just endless, some would say even beautiful landscapes of reddish, blackish, greenish, brownish, all just flowing into the... For one of you that can see and hear spirits, it's not so quiet. This side of the river is becoming flooded, souls that cannot get across. They are scared, angry, and unable to cross over. I guess
Did
probably...
you see Teddy? Oh, I think Teddy he's far too empathic than a Reaper probably should be. So the entire time he's just like, oh man, God, oh, bummer. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh God, no, I'll come back and we'll figure something out. Maybe. Oh God, and you only have half a face. That's unfortunate too. Sorry.
Eva just takes out her earbuds and just passes them over with the most sympathetic look.
Thank you.
It's ska. It's just ska. I
Why do
wish
all
it
your
wasn't.
characters listen to ska?
It's good
Kit,
music,
please.
Elsie.
No,
Kit,
it's
please.
amazing, Elsie.
It's good.
Okay,
Go listen to
I-
actual ska and tell me it's bad. I'll wait.
I don't have any qualms with ska. I don't even know what ska is, but every time Kit's character picks a music choice, it's ska, like consistently. I know I can
Alright.
predict what Kit is about to say.
Okay.
It's so
I need to
good.
send you a playlist.
I can
Oh,
explain, I can explain ska very quickly. Take
Okay.
any song and add like 2 trumpets to it. That's ska.
and shift the beat to the offbeat. You're it. You're ska.
Yeah,
You've done
that's
ska now.
ska.
If you
You've
can
committed
spank
a
and
ska.
tickle to it.
All I can think of is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure openings.
Don't know.
I don't know what that is.
ska.
Okay, never mind.
Well, eventually, you'd all feel this cold wave hit you. That kind of less temperature cold and more like any happiness, any positive feeling or emotion that you're keeping inside you kind of repressed. And there, on the banks of the river, surrounded by millions of souls waiting to get across, one massive wooden vessel. Large enough that, to put it in perspective, a human, you could stack probably a good 1,000 human bodies on there. Who knows how many souls you could fit, but for our perspective as human beings, it is a massive flat wooden boat. And there's one individual standing in the way of anyone getting on. Cloaked, hooded, no skin showing, just one long crooked staff kind of erupting up from the cloak itself. Saying nothing, just standing and watching.
Seems to be a wee bit of traffic here. Carry on, old boy. Yes, hello. Yes, excuse me. Yes, hello. How are we today? We need to get across the river if we could.
None may pass.
What do you mean none may pass? That's your entire job is to let people pass.
Does nothing.
Look,
Okay, Gandalf.
Here's some money. Just, no. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 coins for 4 people plus me because I'm free and I don't have to pay anything.
8.
I cannot stop you, but I will not. Violet.
Just
Seems like a
looking at
union
Lily.
strike.
Can you drive a boat?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I know how to do a canoe.
I don't think
Hey,
it's
honestly,
okay.
Just a big canoe.
it's a big canoe.
Big canoe, big canoe.
You just take the stick and you poke it in the water and it just goes.
He does it and he's got like no eyes. I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, no
You can't
offense. You're overhearing this.
He would step to the side, hold out that long good stick.
Fine then. If you're not going to do your job, I'll do it for you.
Oh, I thought I was driving.
Yes, but I'm the one being dramatic. Come on.
No change there. All right. Let's see you drive the boat.
But I'm the one being dramatic. Let me have
It's
this.
very. I'm just dramatic all the time. If I try to high five him, what's gonna happen?
Would you like to try to high five Charon,
Y-
the ferryman of
yes.
the underworld?
Yes. Like just in passing, like, what's up, my man? My skella bro.
A skilla, bro.
Oh boy. What do we do here?
Can I have a vision to see how bad this is going to turn out?
You got a really good chance of saying bad because my rolls suck.
Is Lily about to get hit right now?
Why don't you roll with awe?
Hey, I'm really bad at that. That's my -1. And I did not put my +1 there. Well, that was on the ground, so
Drop dice never came.
that's an 8.
8. I'm gonna spend my villain point because I requested that specifically it be used.
That's fine. Use it for this hoop.
I'm like,
Absolutely. 100%. Would rather use it now.
I am going to drop you from a 7 to 9 result down to a 6 or lower. I need you
What?
to take 2 points of harm. As he would reach up, touch your palm, and just the weight of an individual has ferried dead souls to their eternal resting place since the beginning of known time is just set upon your shoulders. Like Atlas, but for the dead.
Wow. Tough job, man. Tough job. No sense of humor. I was
Just
like,
lets out this low growl and just watches you all step past.
like a tense in her shoulders now, just like kind of like trying to work it out. Like, weird.
Yes, I've been trying to get him to loosen up for years now, and he just really is kind of a stick in the mud.
Yeah, I kind of feel what he's going through.
It has to be a
Tough job.
depressing job, though, right? Like, just constantly just ferrying dead souls.
Yeah, awful.
Can't imagine.
Can you at least have like a Friday off or something? You know, maybe a weekend.
No holidays in Hades. Just
There's one,
Anyway,
and it's
all right.
Hades' birthday, but he still has to work.
we don't get it off.
Gotta go to work on my birthday. Hate this place.
Who is
It's him.
actually driving Harry?
It's Thorn. He's being dramatic.
Yeah.
I know Thorn wanted to dramatically take the ore.
I'm gonna
Is it
see how
considered
far
an
it
ore?
goes. It's a pole.
It's like a gondola situation.
Mm-hmm.
Aim for that. All right, Google, don't fail me.
Probably.
Pole? Gondola stick?
I mean, I think ore is probably the closest.
I don't think ore is
A
wrong.
forcola.
A
What?
forcola.
He hands you his forcola.
Forcola.
Yeah, you learn something new every once in a while.
All right.
And
It's
do
just
you
an
have any
educational
moves that can help you do this, or are we relying purely on fate?
You know what? I don't need his silly stick. And I'm gonna use spellcasting. I am calling upon the powers of the dead and the damned and the dying.
Any roll, try to control this seafaring vessel as not the true pilot of it, does require you to roll 3d6 and take the 2 worst dice.
Ooh. Bates.
I am
What's that
damn
for?
near tempted to make it 4 because you called this the forcola. I don't even remember what you called it, but it's insulted.
Absolutely something he would do. All right, so the two lowest, that's a 4 and a 3, so that's 7, plus 2 for words, so that's a 9.
A 9. And what was this move?
Spellcasting.
Just it says what it's on the tin.
What's on the 10, as Kit would say. So with a 9, that means I get 1 effect, 1 cost. In addition to, yeah. So the effect, let's make it instant.
Yeah, you gotta hit it quick.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the nitrous button, and
Gotta get
You
to
know what?
Tartarus ASAP.
Charon's being a stick in the mud. We're gonna inflict a little collateral damage. So I'm just picturing the boat just kind of jerks forward and maybe scrapes off a rock.
Hmm.
You know,
You can just
scraping
feel
paint kind of ding.
Charon is just staring daggers at you. Absolutely. Probably going to report you to someone later, but for the moment just stands and stares.
Don't worry, I'll see about getting a good detailing on it for you later. I'm sure it'll buff out.
I'm gonna do my favorite thing in any game ever. That's start a
no.
clock. We have 2 clocks active. 1 is damage to your boat. 2 is progress across the river. You have started your journey, which kudos. You also have 1 tick in the box of damage to your boat. And I pass it to any of you that have any moves that think that can get you... Wow. Any moves that you think help get you across the river.
I think I might have something.
I'm all ears.
I think Ava was gonna sort of let these two duke it out. These two leading personalities. But then, we hit a bump and almost fell into the river, and that's probably not a good thing. There's still like an arm instinctually around Lily, like trying to not let her fall off, and then being very chill about it and cool and everything. And I'm going to use my long view. I don't know that I'm steering, but I am on the lookout and sort of being the eyes, which I'm not sure that we necessarily need on this, but maybe it'll be helpful.
I mean, any little bit of assistance helps.
I just want to make sure that we're not going to like hit some shit again, because I don't think we want to swim in that.
No, you really don't.
I haven't read a lot of my histories, but I think I know that one. So I am able to look across vast distances with perfect clarity, as long as I have line of sight. So I am plotting out the path, trying to avoid any weirdness. And I mean, I can try to steer this thing, but if somebody wants to like actually be driving, I can just communicate that to people.
Yeah. Why don't we roll to provide aid?
Okay. What is that roll?
2d10 plus tangles?
Yeah, so tangles on who I'm aiding?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's one to everybody at this point, so. So no whammies.
Again, it is 3d6. Drop the low. Drop the highest.
Oh, that's not gonna help. Cool. The third one was a 6. I can't use that. So that's a 6 all told. I'm distracted. I'm gay panicking. I tried to keep a lookout and I'm just staring at the wrong thing.
On a 6 or less, you make it worse. How do you make it worse?
How could I possibly make this worse? I think I make a show of like, okay, let me get to the front. I'll see if I can be on the lookout for things and give that false sense of confidence that if something was in the way, Ava would say something, right?
Clearly, yeah.
Clearly, obviously, Ava's head is not in the game. Ava is so distracted. So there's that false sense of security going down this river, barreling down this river, and she just misses something. There's like, I don't know, a rowdy spirit in the river.
Iceberg dead ahead.
Iceberg.
I even picture
Solberg.
that, like, as you were standing up there, you're focusing on not only what your sight is telling you, but what your visions tell you of like what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh wait, no, turn right. Oh wait, no, turn left. Oh, if you keep going this way, this is gonna happen, and it's constant direction change until you actually do hit something.
If I steer us really, really well, Lily's gonna think I'm super cool. Shit. Hold on. Scratch that.
That is 2 in the clock for boat damage.
I tried.
Anyone else?
Thorn is like, I picture Thorn is like standing in the middle of this boat, and his eyes are kind of glowing this aquamarine blue like they do when he's casting, and he's just like, Ava, dear, make up your mind. Left, right, what the hell?
It's a river. It's got one direction.
Yes, but there's so many things in the water that we're dodging. I'm getting a little,
I'm trying. You can see ghosts? Can you try? Maybe I can't see those. Could you get up here too? I don't.
There's a ghost. There's a ghost. There's a ghost. There's a ghost. Does
Just
that
sort of-
help?
We are in the underworld. There are ghosts everywhere. Everyone
I
here
can't
is
even say
dead.
ghost, and I can just go ghost, probably ghost, dead man over there. Not
Ava just
probably
turns back
right.
to Thorn like, I tried, man.
Oh my dear.
Anyone else got any moves you'd like to try?
I don't think there's any animal life in the river Styx.
Oh, absolutely
so, no.
there is.
There is? Okay, then I can try spies everywhere to try and direct questions directly from local plants and wildlife to try and get a better idea of the best path to go that's a little bit more certain and less sudden than how Eva was so graciously trying to help us with. It was endearing. It was. And that's pierced the veil.
Endearing.
I do.
I mean, you have naiads, I think is how that's pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
You would have sirens. If you're lucky enough, you might come across Scylla.
No, thank you.
Why not?
Lucky.
Let's not wake up Scylla.
As well
I
as
mean-
all kinds of undead creatures. So, does that come with a roll associated?
Yeah, pierce the veil.
Absolutely. Pierce that veil.
I dropped another dice. I really have to rearrange my desk situation, so
5-second roll.
I'm not gonna look at them. I don't want to look at them. Bad luck.
We're not even the dice
That's
kit.
7
Says you.
plus 0, so that's a 7.
Roll 3 dice and drop the highest.
No, I didn't. Why did I do that? Why would I do that?
Any attempt at guiding this boat, 3 dice, drop the highest.
Okay,
You
well
are not the
then
rightful
that's
pilots.
that's a fucking 6. This is so rude. All right. Well, anyways,
On
I guess I'm
assists,
drowning.
you get to ask one question and prepare for the question.
What? How long do we have before we are screwed?
A chorus, angelic like voices rise up out of the water to inform you there's no need to wait. Time has come.
Fuck.
Join us. Fine. Take a step off the boat. You'll be fine, we promise you. Nothing can hurt you. And I need one of you to please stop your companion from stepping off the boat into the sirens.
Here I go.
Yeah,
I'll grab them. I'll go make an attempt to grab them.
Just back of the shirt. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, just like,
right.
what are you doing?
you know, dear, you stay here.
No,
Dude.
No,
Get over here.
the water's great. The water's
No, no.
great. It's like that
No,
scene
it's
from
not.
Anastasia.
I'm pretty
You
sure
wanna
there's no
play?
bottom to the water. Stop it. Please.
Yeah, plenty to explore. Let's go.
No.
Here I go.
Need a little
Give
bit
me
of help.
water.
Please.
I think everyone suddenly just seeing Lily about to take a dive off the edge of this boat, we're just reaching over, grabbing, pulling him back. And in that moment, Thorn, as you have taken your eyes off just for a second, there's a crash. As something else has torn to the bottom of the vessel.
Oh, this is... I am going to get in so much shit over this.
How bad are we looking right now?
You are at 3 failures and no success. Sorry, 3 failures and 1 success. Thorn initially had a success from getting the boat going in the first.
Okay, I think maybe I was gonna put this off because it has the potential to go really, 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 really bad.
Is it a cinder power?
No, it's
gosh.
another
Oh.
move I have called part the veil, which allows me to automatically teleport to any land of the dead of any belief system at will. I can, however, take other people with me, but then I have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I want to try and teleport everybody.
2d6 plus weird.
what could
So-
go wrong?
So I just kind of like look at everybody and go, hey, you guys want to try something fun?
I mean, I'll be honest, anything would work right now because someone wants to go for a dip and I didn't bring my floaties, so
As your
Okay.
boat is starting to do.
Oh, no.
Everybody grab my hands. And then right before I do it, and I go, and there's only a small chance we're going to die. Boop.
What?
2d6 plus weird.
Can I have grabbed Carlin's Forcula in that
Absolutely.
moment? Yes.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I got a 9. So it says on a 7 to 9, you're either separated from your weave, you're all in the wrong underworld, or you just alerted half the underworld to your arrival.
I am very partial to that third one.
You just alerted half the underworld to your arrival?
Is that what you're going with? Because ultimately,
Sure.
you get to choose.
Oh, I get to choose.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, do I play into your evil desires?
You know the answer here.
I don't want to separate us, and I don't want us to be in the wrong underworld. So yeah, you just alerted half the underworld to your arrival.
Yes. Unfortunately, as the boat is starting to tip, capsize, you all disappear. Reappear on the other side with a soul-tearing pain that rips through you all as beings like yourselves are not meant to circumvent the boat ride. The boat is meant to help you safely pass the land of the dead. Gives you a gradual kind of like an airlock. We're in space. Gives you your body, your mind, your spirit time to kind of acclimate. But getting suddenly pulled from like above ground to like 20,000 feet below the ocean is gonna do some. Um, so, Teddy, I will leave this up to you, but you have 3 points of harm to distribute however you like amongst the 5 of you. You can give it 3 to one person, you could give 1 to 3 random people, it's entirely up to you.
I'll take one. I'll give one to Thorn, and I'll give one to Ava. Sorry.
It tracks.
Landing, your physical body comes to a stop, and then the rest of your spirit and soul kind of come colliding back into you in this screech, this involuntary screech of your spirits being partially ripped from you and then forced back into your bodies. A screech that, Thorn, you are well aware could be heard for miles.
Oh,
And then there's the ferry in the back, just kind of capsizing.
oh, damn it.
This is fine.
I am absolutely going to hear about that later.
Do you guys have boat insurance in the underworld?
That's a good question. I can't say they've let me in on what sort of things we have insurance on and not.
Definitely not life.
There would be insurance in hell.
Yes, yeah, that's a good point.
The deductible would probably be terrible, but imagine they would still care.
Well, is everyone else all right? Besides possibly having their kidneys end up where the gallbladder is supposed to be.
Wasn't the worst landing, but I'm
I think I've had
okay.
worse.
Good. Well, just so everyone knows, I'm fairly certain that particular echoing, nasty, ear-shattering soul screech could probably be heard halfway to Asphodel from here. Hopefully, it won't attract the sort of attention we don't want, but, yeah, I guess keep your eyes open. Now, straighten everything out. Off to the gate, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
A relatively short jaunt, which usually very uneventful, very safe, almost scenic, if not for all of the lost and vengeful souls that are currently being pulled location. Before we get into any sort of combat, I want to offer you anyone that has any sort of ability, move, or anything that could help circumvent this difficulty. Now would be your opportunity.
So, like, the funny thing is that I really want to use Ferocious, but to try and circumvent it, I will use the move Clever Girl, which I love because I really enjoy the Jurassic Park reference. Twice in this playbook. So you have a knack for tracking prey. Roll with metal instead of judgment when you pierce the veil to follow or find someone. And ask one extra question on a hit. I would like to try and use this to avoid running into whatever is waiting for us, to find the clue like ahead of time, I guess, and just to like whoop around it and continue on our journey.
Absolutely. Roll to pierce the veil, please.
All right.
Roll with something instead of judgment.
I use metal instead of judgment. So that is going to be an 8.
Fail. You get to ask 2 questions.
Okay. What is the safest way to pass here? And what is the quickest way to Cerberus?
Oh, you actually have 3 questions because of the.
Oh,
Ooh.
great. What is the quickest way to Cerberus? What is the safest way to Cerberus? I guess if I can split that into 2 questions. And what dangers may we face next?
I mean, the quickest way in 2 points is always a straight line. It is a well-traveled path to take along this road. Those that get separated and split off tend to be lost here for eternity, never able to pass on. As far as what we would face, the aforementioned lost souls, souls that have become shades of the forgotten, so consumed by anger and bitterness that their only purpose in life is to drag those that they meet into that misery. As well as something called the Eidolons of Grief, pure manifestations of sorrow. To get there safely would kind of be on a moment-to-moment basis of knowing how to, avoid detection of certain spirits, knowing when to stop, let spirits pass by, knowing when to pick up the pace and go into a full-on sprint to outrun things. So with that in mind, I was going to ask for skill challenges to get there, but I don't think there's any. I will only need one from Lily, because we're leading them.
Following like I in her vision, I assume it's like almost like iridescent or like highlighted scent path, trail marker, like footprints, that sort of thing, like tracking, scratches.
Would you roll to bend fate, please? 2d6 plus 2.
Okay. That is 11.
Absolutely. That with your clever girl ability, I will just let you choose 2 boons. You even have to choose a bait.
Okay. Where do I pick those?
On page 2-3. Technically page 24 of the... Does anyone...
No,
I don't think
I'm trying to get you to roll more dice.
I did.
You roll doubles?
For that first roll I did 2 4s.
And then you get a thread.
Oh, okay.
Also, Thorn, I think you get a thread for casting a spell.
I do, yeah.
Why can't I find this?
Page 24 of the PDF. It's like the 4th to last page.
When I oh, there it is. I was like, usually my bar is at the top. It's on the side. So I lost it. Okay. Bend fate. Okay, I picked 2 boons. Okay.
I also get a thread for investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to pick. If I pick someone, can I pick an NPC?
No, it's one of,
It literally says someone.
it really does.
Someone is an NPC. Anyways, that's fine. All right. I am going to use give someone else's fate's favor or disfavor, and I want to give Ava fate's favor, and then I want to use my gift to do something beyond its normal limits.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And you do not have to choose what that is. Basically, whenever you want to use one of your gifts, you can just say that it gets to do something beyond. Gonna keep it in your pocket.
Cool.
Fate's favor. You can roll 3 dice and take the best 2. As you are all skillfully led through the fields of Asphodel, ignoring the encounter that I had built in said fields of Asphodel with the enemies that I had built for said encounter in said fields of Asphodel, but that's fine. We'll make our way to the gate, where you see the massive chains that once held the 3-ton, 3-headed German Shepherd puppy that used to guard gates, now vacant. And I think that's a great place for us to take a quick break, give everyone a chance to use legs, grab a drink. We'll come back in just a few and finish out this game of Demigods.
Yes.
Yeah.
And welcome back. Where we left off, we'd circumvented some challenges through the fields of Asphodel. We'd almost crossed the River Styx. Not quite. There were some difficulties along the way. And we'd made it to the palace gates, where typically Cerberus would be chained and kept to defend the gate. But said gate currently remains vacant of any sort of. I'm going to kick back up, aptly named Dead Bodies, which you can find on epidemicsound.com.
Plug.
And I'm going to pass it back over to you. What would you all like to do? Being a pair of massive chains severed down the middle, just hanging there.
Well done, Lily, on getting us here. That was actually impressive. Thank you.
I'm muted again, and just follow your nose.
Well, this feels rather empty and lonely without poor Cerberus here. Eva, you said you thought you could do something.
Oh shit, that's me. Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Yeah, I can. I've totally done this before. Ava will march up and probably pick up like a single chain link that's probably like the size of her torso.
Oh, the link, like the end of it that's been cut in half,
Mhm.
that half link is probably about the size of you.
Wonderful. Okay, I don't know if I could. I'm just gonna touch it. And
It is
I'm going to
made
use.
of adamant.
That's a normal and regular thing that I know what it is.
A stone once believed to be impenetrable.
Oh, and here it is. Penetrated.
Also an archaic word for diamond. No, history.
Fun. You learn something new every day, truly. I'm gonna touch the diamond. I guess. And I'm gonna use my gift of psychometry, which is you touch things and you see their history and where they've been and what has happened to them.
Fancy.
It's a gift, so I don't have mechanics for it. So if you would like this to be like a pierce the veil or an oracle roll or something, I don't know.
I could pierce the veil.
Okay. Okay, cool. And then I think I still have the +1 to tracking Cerberus from my original vision.
You also get a +1 from
10+.
Holly.
What? Hell yeah. And then do I have to use that favor, that fortune's favor right now, or can I bank that?
You can use it whenever.
Okay, cool. That's a lot of D6s. No whammies. Oh wow. Okay, not even a single whammy. That's 3 6s and a 3.
Oh.
So I think that's
Burns you
I
with
only
dread.
get 2 of those. Yeah. So that's 12 plus 2 is a 14.
Absolutely. I think you get 3 questions. Yeah, you get 3 questions.
I get okay. There are questions. I know what those are. The
On
ones.
page 24 of the PDF.
Okay. Okay, all right. What happened to this person, place, or thing recently? The chain. What happened to the chain? Who is responsible for the thing that happened to the chain? And then how? I guess. How can I get this person, place, or thing to blank? I guess, like, how can I? This is a little bit pedantic. How can I get this thing to hold Cerberus again?
What happened here?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see the strain on the adamant of as if Cerberus was being pulled like against the chains and it was straining to hold in place, and then something came and just cut through, severing at that point where it was starting to buckle. Who or what did it is a towering figure with dark, cracked skin, with a magma-esque glow underneath of it, clad in battle-shredded armor. And how to get Cerberus back held here? I mean, Cerberus never really needed the chains here to keep him from not running off and doing the job. It was more symbolic, more to prevent anyone from bringing harm to Cerberus. They were more protection than, like, keeping a guard dog chained up.
So getting him back here.
Yeah, getting him back
not
here.
Be the issue.
Yeah. He likes doing his
Okay.
job. He's a very good boy.
Okay, so he probably didn't want to go.
Not likely.
Okay. Okay. This is doable. This is okay. This I don't know who that is. Somebody took him like a lava. Is there a lava god
Lava
that
god.
lives down? Yeah, big dude. Big dude. Looks like lava. When you get the lava like coming up through the ground and it cracks apart, and it was that, but it was a dude. Gender neutral. I don't know. It looks like he came out of a war or something.
A Titan, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like Thorn.
Maybe.
You
Yes.
probably recognize the description, Chronos.
Yes, that's not really possible.
The visions don't lie. They're vague, but they don't lie.
Oh, damnation. Well, because what you're
I mean, yeah.
what you're describing, dear, sounds a lot like Cronus. Are you familiar with Cronus at all?
You said that's who lived where we're going. That makes sense. So we have to
Yes,
go.
Well, you see, Cronus was the king of the Titans who ruled before the gods. It was Cronus who was the progenitor of Zeus and Poseidon and Hades. There was a war fought to depose the Titans. And Cronus, well, all but killed everyone until Zeus finally won and managed to free the others. But for Cronus to be out about and walking around it's not good.
No, I mean, a dog is gone. It's not good.
Yes, well, I trust me, I'm very concerned about my lovely Cerberus. But I'm talking end of the world, not good. Potentially.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
Just so we're all on the same page, I suppose.
What would he want with Cerberus?
Chaos.
He's a big fuck off dog. You could do a lot of damage with the dog. I don't know that Cerberus would want to. He seemed like he didn't want to go.
Well, let's think about it this way. You remove the Guardian of the Gates of Hell. You stop up the passage of souls. What is to stop? For what? You saw the other side of the Styx. The masses of dead souls. And, oh, Lord. I think there's too many threads here that could go. It's not good, one way or another, whatever they're intending to happen. Well.
So what you're saying is he's not gonna give him back?
I highly doubt it.
But he's like you said, so he's the progenitor of Zeus. He's like your granddad then.
In a way, quite far removed back in, the long ago, but
not gonna hold much sway.
I'm fairly certain that he probably doesn't care much for family, considering his own child,
right.
tore him to shreds and cast him into the deepest depths of Tartarus.
Not to mention the rumors of him eating his own kids to keep them from turning on him. So
yes, there was that whole cannibalism thing.
I mean, it sounded like you missed one.
There's some species of sharks that like to eat their own young.
That's true.
That's lovely. That's fantastic knowledge. Anyway, suppose that leaves us with a bit of quandary.
But what if this isn't to stop up the underworld? What if this is bait? Wouldn't it be kind of silly just to go back to where you came from when you were stopped down there for eons and eons and eons, and now you have a way out? And feel like this could be like revenge, like bait.
Perhaps.
I mean,
Maybe he's hoping that Hades or one of the others will decide to go in and try to stop him. I don't know. I can't imagine his thoughts are really all that similar to ours. He's, well, alien is one way to put it, I suppose.
Being alone for thousands and thousands of years would drive you, well, insane.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he's lonely.
I'm fairly certain he was insane before he was cast into the darkness, but
yeah. You also said he was like all lava-y and kind of cracked a bit.
Mhm.
he might also not be fully reformed. So,
Perhaps it is only a fraction of Kronos' power that we're dealing with then.
Still
that's-
strong enough to break those chains.
That's
True.
true.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should tell someone first.
Well,
Like, we can't even drive a boat, right?
the palace is, well, just over yonder.
Hmm.
I mean, could we just go in? Is that a thing? Are we
Well-
allowed to do that?
I mean,
I mean,
you
like,
would
you're
technically
probably
be my
allowed to do
guest. I mean, they're not the friendliest of people. Persephone's lovely, though.
I mean, I feel like that'd be reasonable with the whole fate of possibly everything on the line.
Do we risk them trying to fix it themselves, though? If it is bait, and we tell Hades who took his dog, do you think he's gonna go
He
try to
quite
fix it
likely-
himself?
I mean, I would imagine he would be quite upset. And then, who knows, maybe he calls up Senior Lightning Fist and, you know, the King of the
Yeah.
Ocean, all this stuff, you know, the original Aquaman.
Yeah, from what I hear, the track record on like self-preservation with those guys is
Not great.
not good.
Not great.
Mm-mm.
Collateral
No.
damage is a given.
Mhm.
Thought for sure you were about to say I was gonna call up good friend Jonathan Wick.
Not even hell.
I mean, like, the dog is gone.
If you want someone
So-
to track down a dog, someone to call on when a dog is missing.
Right.
Quick, I'm rolling a new character. It's John Wick.
I suppose I'm at a bit of a crossroads here, lovelies. I don't quite know which direction to go here. But imagine, if you would, should we manage to accomplish this on our own? I mean, laurel wreaths for everyone.
What?
Yeah, we don't do those where I come from.
Mm.
I don't know. It's
It sounds
happy.
lovely.
It's good. It's a good thing.
No.
It's a good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just happy I wasn't the only one. I didn't want to say anything and
It
initiate.
sounds quaint.
It's
It's,
nice. It's a good. It's a kudo. It's a good kudo. Um,
But can we take on Kronos on our own?
that would be the $1,000,000 question, wouldn't it? I'm
mean,
not
if we-
suggesting that we attempt any sort of frontal assault. As much as I like a full frontal, I don't think it's the correct choice in this matter.
Jesus Christ.
He's not
No,
in this
he's
one.
not here.
Actually,
He's not in this. He's not here.
we didn't call
Wrong
him for this
continuity.
one.
Maybe we should.
Maybe
Somebody-
we should.
Does anybody have him on speed dial?
Thoughts?
So we
Forming a
go
super team
sneaky.
of Jesus and John Wick.
All the
They're the
days.
same person.
Next table, it's John Wick, Jesus Christ, Constantine, and like. Just go down the list. We don't have them though, so we. Are you suggesting we sneak into? Checking my notes, Tartarus, and take the big dog.
I mean, the
suppose
dog
that
likes
I-
us, right?
I think the
Oh, he
dog
loves
wants
me.
to come back. It seemed like I'm just going off visions and vibes. It seemed like the dog wants to come home.
Oh, he loves it here. He's quite happy here.
So I don't think that's the problem. He's a big fuck off dog though, so like sneakery I feel like is limited once there's once the dog is involved.
That's a good point.
How fast can you guys run?
I mean, I think with enough motivation, I can run quite fast.
Great. We can do this. We got this.
It's a lot of
Totally.
faith, but you know what? YOLO, right?
I don't know
Kind of
that
the right
that's
place for that.
strictly true.
I'm not sure that applies to us. I believe Eva's got a point there, but
Only one way to find out.
Teddy, Wesker?
I mean, it would be interesting to fight the god of gods, but it's risky. But if we don't, and then if your father doesn't listen or his brothers don't listen, things are gonna fall apart very quickly, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of them, humanity will suffer. So I say we venture forth into a place we probably shouldn't go.
I just want to save the dog, man.
I'm here for the dog. I gotta be real with you. I'm also here for the dog.
I think we go get the dog.
Go get the dog.
Right then.
We are headed towards the gates. Tartarus. Deepest pit. Full of monsters, giants, titans, and all number. I think it's safe to say that, Lily, you could use the same expertise avoiding danger to get you all there. We're standing the adamant pillars that are the gate, Tartarus. And what little light you've been following straight dies past that gate. It is supernatural.
I've forgotten just how dark it is.
What's the plan?
I have a cloak of obscurement. I could put it on and see if I can find Serby. Come back and report to you all.
Perhaps, well, let's not be reckless. I mean, any more than anything we could. I do believe you should not go by yourself.
I could go with.
Well,
I can be quiet.
I can turn myself into, well, an owl and accompany you that way.
Who?
Him.
That's, yes.
No, it was a joke.
Yeah, that's,
It was an animal joke.
that's excellent. But at least that way you wouldn't be by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, how quiet can the rest of you be? Can we do this sneakily?
Been known to be a whisper in the night at times. So I think I could be okay at being quiet.
Well, perhaps if Teddy and I go first and the rest of you follow behind, just a little bit removed. It may help with our stealth. And I can always flip back and forth between one group and the other if need be, I suppose.
That's true. You could be like the walkie-talkie. But a bird, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes, a squawky talkie.
Mm.
I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm glad someone did.
So our plan to try to sneak in as unnoticed.
Yes. And I'm also going to take a thread for chastising recklessness.
Yeah, because I kind of want to just like whistle and see if Cerberus comes out on his own.
Let's plan C that.
I think it's a great idea.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I will need
Maybe a little
one
bit.
person to be in charge. And everyone to roll perform under pressure. The only role that really is determining pass or fail whoever's in the lead. Everyone else, you're rolling a 6 or under will subtract 1 from the leader's roll. A 7 to or 9 does not add or subtract. A 10 plus adds 1 to the leader's roll.
Okay.
Who is in the lead?
I'm the
Sounds
one
like
with the cloak. So
Teddy.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
hold off on your roll for the moment. Have
okay.
everyone else roll perform under pressure.
Can I argue for a +1 or something? Because I do have the gift of soundless movement.
I'll even give you a fortune's favor on it.
Nice.
So you said 6 or below?
6 or below subtracts 1 from Teddy's roll.
I got a 7.
So it does nothing. Flat 0.
Oh, I needed that extra dice.
8.
Flat 0 does not add or subtract.
I got a 6.
6 subtracts 1 from Teddy.
I got a 10.
And adds 1. So all in all, your companions neither hinder nor help you. It is entirely up to you.
Okay. Teddy's cloak of obscurement, by the way. This is when you see him literally from his backpack pull out like a Party City Grim Reaper robe. And he's like, I know it's on the nose. I know, okay? And he puts it on. And threads. Can I spend 1 thread now to gain Fortune's Faith's
Absolutely,
favor?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a thread. Because I have a -1 to this roll. Oh, yay. Okay. 10, but -1, 9.
Okay. And you rolled 3 dice and dropped the lowest?
Yes, because the lowest was a 1.
Good thing. A 9 perform under pressure. There is a complication that you get to choose from the list.
Mm,
Either it takes longer than it should, something breaks, you take 1 harm, the result is only partially effective, or your next roll is at disadvantage.
your next roll's at disfavor.
Silently press on the gates, the darkness. Till, Teddy, you start to hear the first sounds of something else down here. Almost sounds like stone grinding against stone. Then you hear a voice. Fucking rock. And the grinding continues.
Straight vibing.
I'll take a look.
Getting
what
a
I
little
can
bit
see.
closer to where you're hearing, and the path you're taking does start to incline quite a bit, actually. That sound continues to get louder and louder, and then you hear rock scraping against rock as a boulder just zips past you. A fairly muscular, stout individual in tow, and who gets just thrown to the ground, drug along, and sent to the bottom line. And it is a stream of curse words from many different languages. Then a moment later, they get up, start pushing that rock back up the hill. Doesn't seem like they've noticed you.
Um,
In fact, you would all, of course. and hear this.
Oh, poor Sisyphus.
And if anyone is curious and haven't figured it out, this is Sisyphus.
I'll like turn back to the group and like bring my hood down for a second and just be like, do we need him? Do we avoid him? Do we...
Does he like Kronos? Are they like friends? Do they hate each other? Will he help us?
Kind of hop up and shift back.
Oh.
He's not a big fan of the gods, you know, being sentenced to push a boulder for all eternity and all that, but I can't imagine he's overly fond of, the Titans, eh? Perhaps he might have seen something, heard something?
He's like not gonna help us kick an ass, probably.
No, he's sort of busy with the
Right.
rock and the
With the
hill.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that tracks. I mean, if you think he'd tell us something.
He might. I can't say I'm overly familiar with the chap. Hanging out and these sort of things. He's not exactly. He's more of a homebody, I suppose you'd say.
I mean, worst comes to worst, he can't follow us because he's, preoccupied.
The rock.
That's
yes, the rock.
true. I could yell though, probably.
Yeah, but
I think we should talk to him. I think that perhaps that's the.
Maybe you said he doesn't like the gods, like
Well, I
y'all's. So maybe somebody who's not attached to those gods should talk to him.
Perhaps so. Maybe that's a good idea.
I might have like a misplaced vendetta. I see that a lot.
Yes, perhaps one of you should chat him up.
I mean,
That's all you, Ava. No,
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
not.
that's not what I meant.
I feel like it should be you though.
Well, you look very unthreatening and everything, Lily.
I have
Thanks.
been called annoying and abrasive, and I'm not very good at talking to people and getting them to see my point of view. So
I mean, those things are all true as well. I mean,
Guys, come on.
yeah.
No.
but I will if you want.
I've been told in the past that I'm somewhat off-putting.
Oh god, it's me, isn't it?
It's
mean,
you.
if you want some help,
Congratulations, Muzzle Tough.
I can help you. I don't mind. I feel like pushing large objects might be out of my wheelhouse, but conversation isn't hard.
Maybe I mean I could try. Maybe we should just be ready to run just in case.
Yeah.
I put my hood
Don't
back up
stand-
and disappear.
Okay,
Just don't
yeah,
stand in
that's
front of the rock.
right. That's actually a very good point. Okay. Just hikes the car hard up. Let's do this. Guess I'm gonna go talk to Atlas. This is fine. Everything's fine. Ava just silently approaches. Just sort of, I think, peeks from behind the boulder. Hey, you got a minute, friend?
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Ava. I'm from elsewhere. Have you seen a dog? By any chance? We're looking for it's a lost dog, and we just want to get him back to
You know,
his place.
I've been a little busy.
Yeah, but like you've been here, right? Like in the
yeah,
area.
for just a minute or two. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It would really help us out a lot. If you know, I don't. If you heard anything, dog noises. Have your allergies gotten worse in the past couple days? Anything like that?
You want to roll to sway someone?
I don't, but I will.
2d6 plus awe.
It's just so mundane. It's almost endearing. I hope. I'm gonna spend this favor, so hopefully I don't get struck with a rock. I think. Okay. That's a... Oh, shit. I actually have something in that. That's a 10. That's a
10.
6 and a 3 and a 1.
Nice.
That's a 10.
Like, you can hear some, like, shifting, and then just, like, plants his feet, just, like, sets his shoulder, the boulder to keep it moving.
If it, like, tries to lean back against it, it doesn't do anything, but she's trying.
All right. Yeah, not too long ago, I heard some commotion. I figured it was some other creature coming to fuck with my day, but no, it just passed on by. For a dog, that was probably it.
Yeah. Do you know where that went or anything?
I mean, it's not like I can see anything, but I could show you where I heard it go.
Yeah. Anything helps. We just want to get the guy back home, you know?
I just need someone to sit here with this boulder while I go show the rest of you.
Just sort of looking up. I imagine entirely dwarfed by the size of this thing. I don't think I'm your guy.
And you said we.
Oh, like the concern of the community, you know?
Oh,
like,
so you're down here alone then? In Tartarus?
I mean, are any of us alone?
Yeah,
really?
You, apparently. Look, I can't show you anything if I'm stuck here to this thing.
I mean, I can try. I don't think it's gonna go well.
All I gotta do is keep it from rolling back down.
Wasn't it just rolling back down?
Well, yeah, it gets steep up there. What do you want from me?
Just looking over the shoulder at where I imagine the rest of these guys are, just like, what do I do? Is this a bad idea? If I touch this rock, if I try to do this, am I gonna die? Looking at you, Thorn, like, you know this lore, am I gonna die?
Thorn at this point will walk over, like, perhaps this is not the best way to go about this. Hello, Sisyphus. I see that you are still here with your rock. That's lovely. So kudos to you. Excellent work. Such fantastic work ethic. We really do appreciate it. Yes, I don't believe any of us will be taking your rock for you, as I am quite worried that you won't come back. And I do need these folks to help me find my dear dog.
You lost Cerberus?
I did nothing of the kind, but I am trying to bring him back. But yes, Cerberus is not where he is supposed to be. As to
Bravo.
who lost Cerberus, that's a good question. If you could just sort of point in the general direction of where you heard said commotion, then we'll be out of your hair. And I promise that once this is all sorted out, I will arrange to have some lovely pastries brought for you.
Would you like to roll to sway someone?
Sure. I have a +1 in that for a total of 10.
And Understandable. Be honest, if someone took over, I might not come back.
I mean, why would you?
Heard him head and kind of like nods off direction. Down that way. Didn't sound like a dog, but don't know what it was.
Well, I imagine sounds can be a little misleading here in the dark sometimes. You know, with the crunching of the rocks and all that. Yep. Yes, I promise you, I will have somebody hand deliver something lovely for you. Do you like baklava? Perhaps. Everybody likes baklava. Fantastic.
Know what that is?
Phyllo dough with some honey and some. It's wonderful. You will love it. I promise.
Remember, he's been down here for centuries.
Yes, I will. Wait.
Well, if you excuse me.
Yes. Good. We don't want to interrupt you in your rock. Been lovely meeting you again. I think we've met before. I honestly can't remember. But good luck. Thank you much.
Picks off.
Sure.
Again,
Go.
pushing the ball.
Ava takes out the iPod with the headphones, just sort of passes them up to Sisyphus. For the crunching. Thank you.
What? I mean, I know in my head what song that I hope is playing, but I mean, I hope that it is playing Papa Was a Rolling
Oh,
Stone.
Oh, I had a different song in mind.
Yeah.
I was particularly thinking, for some reason, I don't know why, just Mama Number 5. Just
No. We know what
I
it
just
has
thought-
to be.
More ska.
I was
Oh.
honestly gonna name ska,
nice.
but I feel like there has to be a bit at this
No.
point.
yeah, just
This
Goldfinger
is
starts
the Lost
playing.
Caravan. There is only one song that it could really be.
It's no.
It's gotta be Buddy Holly.
God,
God damn it!
I hate this fucking family.
What is this music?
I hate this.
Immediately
fucking
lets
family.
the boulder go on purpose to take out the earbuds.
Kill me now. Take me.
Let the
I was
boulder
trying
roll
to do a
over him.
kindness. Oh no.
Anyway.
Sisyphus stuck
Fuck,
down in
Actually
Tartarus for
crying. What have you done?
centuries and centuries, but even he knows what Weezer is. He's like, oh god, no.
Even word of Weezer has made its way into the depths of Tartarus.
Weezer
No one
was
is
the
immune.
original
No one is
occupant
safe.
of Tartarus.
Jesus.
Anyways,
All the Iranians love Weezer.
with a little direction, or guided past Sisyphus, deeper into the darkest pit, Tartarus.
Back in my owl form, riding on Ava's shoulder at the moment.
Is there
I
anything?
take it back. This is the best day of my life.
Anything different you'd like to do, or are we just continuing this stealth and a caravan down to the door?
It's worked so far.
Yeah, might as well keep being stealthy about it.
Not too long after leaving for Sisyphus, hear the sound of like metal clashing against metal. Hear cries of pain, grunts of combat, and eventually cries of victory. Sounds like sparring. The kind of rough stone that you've been treading on becomes more cut, smooth, being pillars, archway, cut walls. Thorn recognizes this as territory of the Furies.
Oh. Oh dear. Be very careful. I'm an owl. The owl is very tense.
Alright, the claws. Watch the claws. Watch the claws. I like this
Yeah.
jacket.
The head is quite literally on a swivel at this moment.
God damn it.
Everything okay?
Yeah, the bird. Thorn is upset. I think. Could you use your words?
Yeah, what seems to be the issue?
Hop down and shift back in this kind of oozy looking transformation.
Ooh.
This is where the Furies dwell.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
man, I don't know. I met some really cool furries in my lifetime.
No.
Not
You-
You
Furies.
run the internet
What?
now.
Furies. Well,
No,
yeah.
no, the Furies, not the Furries.
Anyone chooses to
Oh.
pick their own domain. Furries just pick the internet.
Do any of you have blood on your hand? Any point in your
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't feel like Thorn has ever actually done anything like that.
How do you place fault? You know? Is it the Oracle's job to stop death? Is it?
well, if there is even one among you
Oops.
who can say that you have blood on your hand, there'd be a moment where everything goes quiet and sconce upon sconce just starts to illuminate. It's reddish glow. Illuminating an entire Colosseum-looking pit,
Oh,
where a handful of effeminate figures, tall, each probably broaching 8-9 feet tall, muscular to the point of not quite being a bodybuilder, but being a warrior that's fought to the death their entire life, their entire existence, know nothing but combat. Many of them lie cut to ribbons, bleeding to death, or otherwise dead. The moment those sconces come to life, their wounds heal. Their eyes open. They rise to their...
Hot.
They all
Yeah.
kind of stand, wait for a moment before their eyes shift over towards where you're all currently hiding. No, you're there.
No, you
Awfully
don't.
brave.
Not us. She's not talking about us. It's not us.
Smell the blood on you.
Okay.
Damn it.
no blood here. No. I just took a shower not long ago. How are you? Electo Megara, Tiffany, it's lovely to see you. We were just... Well, we're looking for something we lost. And we were told it came through this way.
One of them wings extend out. She launches herself up out of the pit, landing in the stonework. You would recognize this as Megara.
Dearest Meg, how lovely.
It's been too long. You never come to us.
Well, it's very dark and it's such a long way, and really... I mean, you should come to a party sometime. I'm sure you'll be an absolute hit with all my socialite friends.
I do believe, last we spoke, I promised that I would rend your spine from your body.
Did we now? I don't recall that particular conversation. Was that me? Are you certain that could have been some other scion of the Dark Lord? I'm sure there are others.
You're for Cerberus, aren't you?
Why, as a matter of fact, we are.
came through here.
Oh, lovely. Do you have any idea where they may have gone?
Of course I do.
And that would be...
Like, leans in close. I'll tell you after you earn it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And as if from the air, a blade just manifests in her hands. She kind of tosses it to the ground in front of all of you. And turns and just flies back down into the...
So,
I'm sorry,
These
does
are
the
the
hot bird
Furies.
lady want to fight us?
yes.
No.
Yes, the hot bird lady very much wants to fight us because she's not in the mood for anything else at the moment.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so why did she leave? I thought.
Because we're supposed to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
into,
And that's a
you know,
bad
the
idea
Palace.
because...
Well, they are immortal warriors who have slain probably millions by this point in the pursuit of vengeance. And
What?
yes, quite. Absolutely. Also frightening, which is also hot in its own way.
Same.
But-
No, yeah,
right.
same thing.
Yeah, no,
Is she like gonna actually kill us or like?
potentially.
Mm.
I'm fairly certain she would not mind doing so. Does anyone know how to use a sword?
I mean, it's just pick up, thrust, thrust, dodge, thrust, thrust, right?
Sounds
I
like
don't
you're
really-
volunteering.
I mean,
I mean, I've done LARP.
I don't need a sword, but
That's true.
I mean, I'm fairly good at stopping things from hurting me, but less so at the other part of it, you know, where you have to inflict the damage.
I mean, I feel like, you know, in practice it was easier, but with lives on the line, it might be, you know, a bit different.
Eyes
Um,
motivation.
Lily's already going down in the pit.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh,
I'm gone.
Is that a good idea?
I'm just climbing down.
No, yeah, let her cook.
Yeah, you know, I guess she can handle this. Do you want
Was
the
it you?
sword?
No,
You
I'm
want
good.
sword?
Nope.
Yeah, free sword for me then.
No, this is actually pretty impressive.
Land in the pit. Puff of dust. The impact. Many of the Furies just kind of separate and spread to the edge. All here for the bloodshed. There are 3 in the middle. Well, who will it be? Who will be your dance partner?
Oh, I have to choose?
Ahead of you is Electo, Megara, and Tisiphone.
I got beef with Electo, so Electo it is. Not me, not Lily, but just Elsie in general.
The most physically cut of the 3 of them, permanent glare on her face. The others just smile, bow, and fly out to the outer edges.
Okay, bye. Maybe next time.
So, do we just watch this happen, or do we give motivation? Do we help?
Are we allowed to help?
Megara, over here. Are we allowed to help?
Only if you wish to die as well.
Oh, feisty.
And if we win,
Then we'll tell you what you need.
Interesting. We have to help, right? We don't want her to die.
I mean,
If
we
she
help, we
dies, I
probably
can
also
take her
help.
to the underworld.
That is
We're already there.
hard.
Silly figure in front of you. Whereas most of them use some kind of spear, some kind of falchion, some dagger, various forms of weaponry. Electo's hands just start dripping blood that kind of solidify into bronze gauntlets. And she just wings out, dives towards you, fist first.
2 questions.
Mhm.
Well, 1 really. Were we supposed to take any gifts on our playbook before
Yes.
this?
3.
3? Oh, shit, my bad. Alright, 1 second. That one and that one. Okay, and since I haven't really used that yet, let's do that one. Okay, cool. Alright. So I have an epic weapon, divine senses, and adaptable. I don't know what the other 2 do, but if I do an epic weapon when I use ferocious, it does 5 harm instead of 4. So 5 harm per attack I succeed on.
So,
For this fight, I would like to use ferocious, in which fighting you up close is a serious mistake. Claws, teeth, a stinger tail. Where did that come from? Use your basic attacks to do 3 harm instead of 2, or if you have an epic weapon, 5 instead of 4.
so we
So.
are rolling. Smite your enemies. 2d6 plus your prowess.
Cool. And right now, I like to envision these will morph and change as the fight goes on. But right now, she'll match your gauntlets with her own, super sharp claws, which are absolutely the epic weapon, in which it is just like metal plating that morphs with the claws to do absolutely like raptor talons, but it's on every single finger.
Thanks to JT, you have a -1.
Well, JT knows I know that on the 9th, I'll just kill his character. So. Alright. Cool. So here I go.
Six
See if
plus
I
your
hit.
prowess.
3d6. Oh, shit.
No, 2d6.
Wait, why? Okay. Never mind. That is doubles. That is a 10 plus 2, so a 12.
12. You get to choose 2 from below, being a fury. She does. Sorry, you get to choose 1 from below, being a fury. She does. Success down to. You're down to a normal hit, down to a 7.
Okay. Where is the
Specifically,
two from
the
below?
fury of anger.
Shit, where is this shit? Is this on 24 as well?
23.
23. Okay, grievous harm. So drop something important. Lose your footing. One of your gifts is unusable for this scene. I will take 1 more harm. Ignoring
You're
armor.
gonna crush them.
Oh, I choose 1 for them?
Yeah, no,
You're
thought-
choosing smite your enemies.
Oh, why did I hit grievous harm? Haha, I'm trying to destroy myself like usual. I would I want to crush them. So 6 harm.
So you are choosing to exchange harm,
Mhm.
and you can either protect yourself or crush them.
I'm gonna crush them. Yeah.
You're going to deal 6 harm to them, and you yourself are going to take 4.
Okay.
Which means then you will have to roll for grievous harm. But it is basically a thunderous collision between the 2 of you. And we'll see what your grievous harm comes to. It is 2d6 plus 4.
Okay. I have -1 to all dice rolls now, BT dubs. You said 2d6 plus what?
4.
Okay, that is 8, 11, -1 is 10.
So you can either choose to get knocked out or removed from the scene. You can let me take a hard move. You can take 2 additional harm, or your gifts become unusable.
What happens if I feel my whole harm? Do I die? Yo! I love playing fast and loose. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna die in like 2 rolls, y'all. This is a great idea. You
I'm looking up harm. If you take
you
7 harm, you are dead. Become a shade and can use your playbook's death.
Yo, so 7 and it's not even over 7? Like, it's not. Oh my god. I can't. You can knock me out and remove me from the scene because if I take 1 more harm, I'm dead.
You can also just choose to have your gifts suppressed for the rest of the
Okay, fine. That's
also,
fine. Do
Neon
that
Let's
one.
Roleplay, thank you so much for the raid. We love you all so very much. Thank you for sharing your community with us. We're playing some Demigods, a powered by the apocalypse. And right now, our innocent Lily is going toe-to-toe with the fury of anger.
I've only played an innocent character like once in my life, and it's not this game. Okay, yeah, take my gifts. It's fine.
The two of you just collide with such fury in between you that there is a crack. Causes everything to go quiet for a moment. And then Electo slowly collapses. Lily is left standing, if just barely. Furies all kind of starts whispering, and there's murmuring around the edge of the... You can see that,
Okay, that was fun.
They're waiting for the word to jump in and just finish the...
Or kind of leans over towards Ava for a second. If we could just get her to fix those things she's got in her hair, that would be incredibly hot.
Oh yeah, you've got like there's like the vice grip on your shoulder of like freaking the fuck out that like turns into like the did you see that? Told you she was awesome.
Yeah, come on. And
Impressive.
he's gonna start walking towards her and be like,
Oh yeah.
Well, that was fantastic. Such a wonderful show from both Lily and Electo. Oh, I am so incredibly proud of my friend here. And he's going to come up and very carefully put his arm around her because obviously she got the crap smacked out of her. Yes. Well, as you can see, I believe that the show is over. As dear Electo here, as, well, you lost, dear. I love you. But this one goes into Elcon.
Like, up the arm that was used to, inflict that blow, you can see, like, there are clear signs of fractures all the way up.
Oh, gosh, you should get... Here, Mega dear, could you come get your sister? I think she needs to be taken to a chirurgeon or some such.
She
She'll
is
heal. Worry.
Delilah. Yeah.
Baby!
Hello.
Bye.
We don't want Daddy right now.
I go over to Lily and I go, Lily, it seems like you're kind of hurting a little.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, listen, if we trade or if you offer me something, I can heal you.
I have these acorns.
What about a 20-hour shift at Anything Is Possible?
Is that the place with the dogs that
Yeah.
you work at? Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Poop,
love
I'm
dogs.
I'm gonna roll to hopefully heal 3 harm.
a 20-hour shift.
What's the move?
Anything
Those are rookie
is
numbers.
plausible.
It's called In the Balance.
Gotcha. 2d6 plus your all.
That is, I rolled doubles, 4 and 4, plus 1, so 9.
So they'll heal 3 and you take 1.
Okay.
Megara just looks you up and down, Lily. You, standing invitation to come back.
Oh, absolutely. That was super fun.
Maybe you should get healed up first.
I feel great.
That's the
Your arm
shock.
looks kind of rough, though.
That's the shock, darling.
Oh,
Probably the blood loss a little bit as well.
Maybe a
Adrenaline.
concussion or two.
Yeah.
okay.
But
If you guys insist, I don't know. I feel great. I want to pat her fractured shoulder and just be like, yeah, good times, good times. You look great, too. Anyways,
The
where's the
shoulder's
dog?
like popped out at an odd angle.
Oh god, is that the bone?
All right, promise is a promise. Follow me. You up out of the Colosseum and back to that rough stone that you're walking on. You can hear creatures out in the darkness. Massive, unbelievably large creatures. Could be giants, could be hecatoncheires, who knows. Yeah, that's a word I know from Pathfinder.
I thought you just made it up. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's an actual thing. They are the 100-handed one. They're monstrous giants with 50 heads and 100 arms.
So many opportunities to hold them.
But
Lots of faces to smoosh.
none of them bother you. If they are just clearing the way, respecting the presence of one of the few. You get almost could be considered a house. State. Walls have been constructed, lamp posted, all of this very rudimentary, very kind of just cobbled together from whatever they could find. It almost looks like a home. You all hear this thunderous bark. There you go.
Thank you, dear. We really do appreciate it. Even with all the pageantry and circus to get
The
through.
thanks. I've actually met him.
Yes, well. Another time.
Turn and walk off into the door.
I
Bye.
promise they really are more fun.
Bye.
They're really good at volleyball, actually.
that tracks, actually. Yeah.
They have an unfair advantage.
They have more shoulder muscles than have muscles in the body.
Hot.
100%.
Keep that in mind for later, so.
Put
All
that
right,
in my
then.
back pocket.
Are there windows on this house?
Yes, there's no glass, but there are openings, windows. Get it? Think like a Stone Age mansion.
Can't peek. Can I get a little look-see?
You'd see a handful of figures on the other side. One of them being more lizard-like or serpent-like. Many, many heads. Many, many heads.
Oh.
Another being this massive form that kind of looks like a lion, although the head looks more like a goat. Tail that of a serpent.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
Oh.
see a 3-headed, massive form of a dog. All of them are in this kind of down, almost like ready to fight stance.
Each other?
Hard to tell. What like to do?
Is
This is not good.
the guy there?
Is the guy.
Is
From the
Magma
angle
dude?
you're at, it is really hard. Plus the darkness, so you can't really see all that far.
He's full of magma. He should be glowing.
Yeah.
You would think, if not stuck in supernatural dark.
Okay, you got me there. I try.
Supernatural dark.
Just like
Hydra
turns
and
around,
that.
slides down the wall. Okay, so I don't think we're the only one missing a pet. I don't know what that means. I don't like it. I don't think any of those were mine, but
I feel like if others were
collecting
missing,
hydras.
yeah, I feel like if they were taking other
That's
pets as well, we would have heard rumors by now. But
I mean, I think this is the first one where it's just the one of them that exists. Yeah, a little bit easier to notice that he goes missing. Are we gonna grab all of them, or are we just gonna?
We have to save all the animals.
Right.
I feel like that's the best
Right.
play.
Teddy is broken.
Yeah, I know that was a dumb question. Okay.
I mean, assuming the Hydra and the Chimera don't try to eat us.
I mean,
That's
point them in the right direction, right? Like, go, and they'll be, smart enough to leave.
Perhaps if we try to sneak through the window there, or the hole in the wall.
There's sound of 3 heads growling almost in unison, and then you hear this commotion, as if these 3 creatures just suddenly just burst into action.
Goodness! I'm trying to climb through the window.
Oh yeah, maybe a little hoisting, but yeah, you can absolutely get up. Anyone else?
Don't you hurt my dog!
ah,
I guess we're all going through. We're not gonna let them go
Yeah.
in.
yeah.
Yeah, we have to help save these animals, and hopefully no harm falls upon
I'm
us.
Fuck it. All right.
Fuck it, we ball.
Alas, we ball.
In the what would kind of be this massive courtyard fenced in with like these stone barriers, which, as far as you can see, it looks like it extends for miles, almost like a fenced in backyard. Then you see these 3 creatures kind of like pile on top of one another.
Oh.
Good night,
Good night.
Hey.
And then from that pile, Cerberus pops out, one head, an enormous red ball in its mouth, and it happily goes trotting over towards a figure that you can now see clearly. An enormous, giant-like figure with that cracked skin, that magmatic glow under. The ball is dropped at his feet. He just reaches out and scratches under the chin. The Hydra and the Chimera just angrily come running up either side until they all again get down in that ready pose, while Kronos picks up the ball and looks over.
Just staring,
Hangs his head.
dumbfounded. He's playing fetch.
Yeah.
Is he just lonely?
Like tosses it, and it goes for a good half mile just down the expanse of this yard, and then starts headed towards you all.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
I think we may have
Hey,
gotten the wrong idea.
be
chill.
casual about this. Be casual about
Yeah.
this.
I better be cool. Be fucking
We're
cool.
just saying.
Absolutely.
Smiling.
Absolutely. Just,
Don't be
No.
suspicious.
yeah, no,
Don't
don't
be
be
suspicious.
suspicious. No.
I'm still in my cloak of obscurement, by the way, so nobody can see me.
You could have knocked.
We could have, but we thought
Didn't
the
see a
hole in
door.
the wall also
Yeah,
fit.
Where's the door? We're outside.
That's an excellent point, Sir, Lord, Your Majesty.
Kronos is fine.
However, Cronus, lovely. I'm
Um,
Thorn. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have.
We were under what might be a mistaken impression that you are acting, well, in a fairly villainous manner.
What else is new?
I mean, did you or did you not steal Cerberus? Kidnap? Abscond?
Borrowed.
Cerberus and his sibling have been calling to me a long while. We missed each other.
Oh,
I sent word to your father many times asking to see him. He ignored me every time.
Is that true?
you don't tell me these things.
Cerberus, failing to get the ball this time, is, trotting back, angrily staring at the Hydra who has the ball. Looks over, sees you, and is going to break in a dead sprint towards you.
Oh dear,
Good luck.
oh dear. Easy, easy, easy!
A 3-ton dog just comes barreling into you, rolling and slobbering you with not one or two, but 3 wet doggo tongues.
Just keeping my bracer, the epic armor, up to avoid any accidental piercings of, 4-foot teeth or anything like that. Oh, yes, good. Oh, it's fantastic to see you too as well. Oh my god, I am soaked. Thank you so much with the slobber and the kisses, and it's lovely. And I was really worried about you.
Looks as happy as can be. I mean, maybe
Yes.
even happier than you've been seeing recently.
Oh gosh, why? Oh, this is turning into a bit of a moral quandary, isn't it? I don't like those.
Had no intention of.
So really, you've been trying to send word to, him,
Yes.
and he's just been ignoring you. That's rather rude.
This seems like a thing
Considering
for
it was a
therapy
gift
nuts.
from my kind to yours.
Right. Well, perhaps with the whole, war and devouring of people and all this kind of things, there's been some bad blood stirred up, and
Been centuries.
well, yes,
But has there been
probably
an
more like
apology?
millennia.
Or maybe
You've been
exchanged it.
imprisoned in the deepest pit, the deepest hell you can imagine.
Yes, yes.
It was just a question. It was a stupid question.
Cerberus is free to go with you.
Maybe he can come back, like on the weekends.
We can
Yeah,
work out like a custody thing.
Because I kind of feel bad now. Like, we're the
Are
assholes.
we the bad guys?
I mean, but
I
like he's got a
mean-
job, right? Like people are gonna stop.
He does.
Stop
He's a
dying.
working dog. I mean, he's got his. But I mean, I suppose these guardians of the gates of the underworld need a day off every once in a while.
How does everyone have a job but me?
I
Carl
think
certainly needs one.
we need to talk to your
mean-
father.
Kind of a dick.
Yes.
I'm happy I'm not the one who said it, but
Ava,
Wow,
But
you're
you
not-
said you didn't have a job, Wesker. I mean, what if some of us fill in for Cerberus sometimes?
I wouldn't mind. I imagine my bark is as good as my bite, even though I'm like 6 feet tall. But
I mean, maybe it
Could
doesn't
be-
have to be us. Maybe there's some more imposing figures, but like he deserves a day off, right?
no, of course he deserves a day off. Everyone does. No
Ava,
one-
Okay.
middle of this conversation, you would feel something like bump your back and look up to see massive head of a goat staring down at you as the chimera just has come up and started to sniff at you.
Oh, not the hair. Not that. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay. Hello. Yes.
Oh yes, watch out. He eats a lot of things. He's
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
starts like trying to
Definitely.
nibble on your
No,
cloak.
yeah, not the jacket. Not that. Hey, anything but the jacket.
no, Chimera.
It's a gift.
No, no.
We're not gonna.
Remember, we don't eat people.
Just
Um,
scritches.
The rest of you, anywhere between 1 and 6 Hydra heads would come down and start sniffing and inspecting, little serpentine tongues kind of lapping at the air around you.
Yeah. I love this multiple-headed creature. I want to take it back with me.
Got like a Nature Valley granola bar out of my jacket. Just sort of. Just wrapper and all.
And just one very careful bite.
I do feel as if there has been a certain amount of unfortunate maligning here. I mean, all of that's in the past. I mean, granted, some of our relatives are not great at moving on.
I've never met individuals who are capable and eager to hold a grudge. I understand that I have committed atrocities.
I mean, in all honesty, you have to admit that you're children.
Cerberus is yours to take. Please, leave me.
I mean, we could, bring him back again, of course, because no one deserves to be lonely forever.
Hades was to find that you not only came here, intended to return.
Lord, I can't believe I'm doing this. No. For the nonce, I believe Cerberus should stay here for a moment while I go have a chat with. Oh, Hades. Perhaps Persephone first. Yes, definitely Persephone first. And then Hades. Yes.
I always
think
did
that-
like Persephone.
Which is quite lovely. It's definitely my favorite relative down here. No offense.
Always very kind.
Yes, and she's very good at getting, the whole wrapped around the finger sort of thing with him.
We'll go up to each of them and give them a very tight embrace. Stopping last with Cerberus. And you can see that he whispers something, but intended to be very low between him and the dog. He's not going to stay here. He's going to follow. I have no intention of making him stay.
Very well. I won't argue with you. But I believe I have a new perspective.
We'll see.
And I'm certainly not in charge. Yet. But perhaps I can make it persuasive.
Really say anything. Gonna turn and start walking into back his makeshift home.
Sins of the past. We shouldn't all be doomed to repeat them and suffer for them for eternity.
Somewhere, Sisyphus feels angry for no reason.
Well,
Let him cook.
So aren't you part of this family as well in some derivative fashion?
Who?
Wesker.
I mean, yeah, but I'll be honest. I wanted to call him Grand Poopah, but it never came up.
Oh, Lord, please don't say anything like that.
No, but this family has skeletons upon skeletons in its closet. It always will, but I feel like history is history and we shouldn't have to repeat it. And I feel like we did see Kronos truly feel bad about, just trying to be happy for taking a dog that
Exactly.
called out to them for years and years. So
I mean, there's something to be said for penance and redemption. Yes?
I feel like the Hades would have to see it that way, so would Poseidon, and so would, you know, the big guy upstairs. Well, specifically Zeus, not the other big guy upstairs. Or the other big guy upstairs.
There's lots of them that claim
Yeah,
the title. But yes, I know who you prefer. Um, Perhaps it's time for the younger generation to see about making some changes.
I agree. But first step is, sadly enough, and probably annoyingly enough, speaking with Hades.
Oh, gods. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Maybe listening. Yes, well. All right, Serby. Let's go home.
Gets down in like the ready to play stance.
Oh my god.
All three
It's the
heads
best dog.
just eyes wide, tail swinging wildly and destructively.
Everybody climb on, grab some fur.
Oh, Ava's already on the Chimera. 100%. I thought that was established.
I'm shifting back into owl form and getting a good grip, like right behind it, like on the back of the head, so I can like look over, but less wind resistance.
Ava's pulling a cat bug. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Soft tacos later. We shared a granola bar. We're best friends now. That's how it works out on the trail.
And Cerberus, two siblings, along with all of the rest of you, march your way up out of Tartarus, back across the fields of Asphodel, back to the city, Hades, where you would partially be hailed heroes for bringing Cerberus back, and of course, a lot of jealousy and spite as they weren't the ones to find Cerberus and get the reward. But they are all happy. And I suppose I have to ask if all of you are going to speak Lord of the World, or if this is just Thorn.
That's Thorn. That's his family business. I
I
ain't
mean,
up
do
to.
you need the moral support?
100%.
I mean, what can it hurt, right?
Like the lives of several million mortals, I think. Not
I mean,
to
if
be
it makes you feel
pedantic.
better, he's quite potentially better suited to listening to you than he is me.
Oh, great. Another one.
If you haven't noticed, our family is, well,
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I did so good at talking to your family the last time.
It's pretty good.
I mean,
This is the
it's
worst.
technically family.
Well, okay.
Saying we don't
If
necessarily get along all that well.
If you want the moral support,
In a row. Yes, that would be. Yes, please. I don't like to beg.
yeah, well, if you're asking nicely,
Yeah, we can head in with you.
it'd be nice to check out the competition.
It was not going. Also, Vermin, thank you for the -1. They're gonna need it.
Wait, what do you mean? What the fuck?
Specifically
Herman, what
to
the
giving
fuck?
Elsie a hard
Specifically
time.
to give Elsie a hard time.
This is like the worst for me today. This has happened twice.
Is anyone not going for either moral support?
I'm going for moral support for Ava now. I wasn't gonna go and get involved in their family bullshit, but now I gotta.
I'll go
For
for moral
you.
support.
Yeah.
Step
I mean,
into
one of your moms is our family too.
This is true.
You step through the gates onto the stonework that leads up to the palace. At one point, you pass by what looks kind of like this flowing fountain of blood. And you see a figure just like sit up in the middle of it, get to his feet, kind of brush himself off. Oh, Orn. Good to see you. Another failed
Hello.
attempt. Get through one of these days.
Absolutely. You
course.
just keep trying.
Talking to Zagreus,
Yes.
your brother.
Yes. Yes. You know, perseverance, brother. Perseverance. Going to make it.
You know, if you happen to go in and talk to Father, maybe you could just keep him distracted for a while.
Sure. That's yes. That's what. But on these are my friends. Yes, we on our way
Well,
to say hello to the parental units of sorts.
pleasure to meet you all. Zagreus.
And
Pleasure.
Zacharias is quite determined to fight his way all the way out. And
Almost there
just
this time.
basically to prove that he can. I think it's but no, he's lovely.
Good luck.
Wish
Need
you
it.
the best. And I hope if the gods are helping, they're in your favor.
Well, most of them are. They've been helpful to a point.
Yeah,
Anyways,
family dynamics.
suppose I should catch a little rest. Maybe my body heal and give it another go.
So maybe you go say hi to Cerberus. I'm sure he would love to see you.
Oh, Cerberus is back. Good.
Yes, yes.
Well, I'll be in my room if you need me.
Lovely to see you as always, brother.
For anyone watching that hasn't played, the Hades reference video game. But venturing further the estate, overhear a very hushed conversation between a very motherly figure that you would recognize, Persephone, angelic and in death, and a figure clad in a dark robe, scythe attached to his back. Thanatos looks back at you all. Please, if you'll excuse me. Turns and leaves you to your privacy.
Do we bow if they're not our right?
Not bow on account. Thorn, lovely to see you. Heard that you brought our.
Oh, we did indeed. Yes, it was a bit of a thing. There were furies involved, and Charon was a bit of a stick in the mud. I'm not sure what his problem was. We may have borrowed his boat,
Oh,
but it'll buff out.
No harm done.
Absolutely none at all. But so the interesting thing, yes, we did find Cerberus along with the Lernian Hydra and the Chimera. Um,
Where they were.
yes, as a matter of fact, it turns out they all went to visit Rognos.
Is it?
Visit. They were playing fetch when we got there.
Realize how absurd this sounds.
I'm, I'm the one who saw it. It still sounds absurd to me.
Well, at least it's over. Back.
Yeah.
Pretend this
and
never happened.
So here's the thing. How long has Cronus been locked down in Tartarus now?
Why?
Well, to be perfectly blunt, I believe the old man is lonely. And
Good.
honestly, quite sad. I mean, everything that happened, the whole Titanomarchy and everything, that was so long ago. I know giving up grudges isn't exactly the in thing with our family, but really, shouldn't we consider the concept of redemption and penance after a while?
Exactly as you suggest.
I mean, Persephone, mother, he really loves that dog. And I believe the opposite is true as well. I've never seen Cerberus so happy. Rolling around, playing fetch, wrestling with the Hydra. I mean, you know me. I'm shallow and nosy and, you know, overly dramatic, but it really was quite moving.
And what are you suggesting exactly?
Well, I suppose perhaps we should maybe allow visitation. Maybe see about, I don't know, we saw Sisyphus and, then there's poor Prometheus and all these things. These things have been going on for time immemorial now. Eternal punishment is just so passe.
We'll sway someone with favor.
Oh, double sixes.
Ooh.
So that is a 13 total. And I get a thread.
I admit, perhaps, there are certain accommodations that. Well, it's not as if Kronos or anyone Tartarus has raised any fuss.
Exactly, they've been ideal prisoners for these low mini millennia. I just feel like, perhaps some concessions for good behavior.
You can talk to your
Since it's
father,
locked
but I make no promises.
I would be in your debt.
Moment being, have guests. Very rude. Them out here in the cold. Please.
Yes, please.
Kitchen.
Hey,
Fully stocked if you'd like any eat, drink. Have rooms available if you wish to rest. Consider this your home.
Don't eat anything.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
But yes, it is very nice. Come in, sit by the fire. We can take a load off. I've had a very exciting day.
How this is absolutely lavish. Gold and jewels and tapestry and ancient artifacts throughout the entirety of known history. Beginning of time, passed through halls on halls and rooms and archways and galleries, arenas, and a mansion that seems to extend forever.
There's the golden fleece over there, and you see this clockwork owl. It was modeled on Athena's own.
Is this like is this a shoes on house or like a shoes off situation? I think I'll lose my shoes if.
Yes, I would hold on to them if I were you.
Okay.
It's easy to lose things here.
It's
One of the servants
There's a
might
lot.
just take it as detritus and get rid of them.
thanks.
And I think, unless any of you are fighting to be in the room for this conversation, it's truly going to be very, very heated. You could all rest, relax, bathe in fountains so rejuvenating that he can make the most dead spirit feel alive. And an unknown amount of time later, Stephanie will call all of you back. Spoke with your father. Willing to meet. Discuss
Really?
may or may not have transpired after all of these centuries. See if there can be any bonds ended.
Wow, that's absolutely unexpected and quite lovely.
It took some waiting, but I can be very persuasive. And with a smile, she turned, walking off, very proud, possibly the most powerful figure in Hades. And I think, are there any closing scenes that you'd like to have? We close out.
Thorn will actually catch Lily. I wanted to apologize to you. I know I can be, well, a bit of a dick. And I have my opinions, but you were very impressive. And I don't think we would have succeeded without you. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome? I don't know. I just always assumed our friendship was based on the fact that you're a dick and I don't care. And that you're still boring. But, I appreciate the apology. And maybe change up your color scheme a little bit. It's kind of drab.
Jesus.
This is highly fashionable. This is absolutely elegant. What?
Mhm.
Look at your hair!
It's cute.
If you were 10 in 1985.
It's weird he's commenting on the hair because it's still all.
He's got a fixation on it. I understand. I think it's because he's going gray. It's all right. We don't have to talk about it much. But thank you for the apology.
Gray is sexy, you Philistine.
I know.
I think, as you are all waiting there, I do have one final scene for us. A meeting of individuals, ladies, and would not go without any fair pageantry. And a gala of undead proportion planned, with which of all, none of you have any choice. You will attend. And at said gala, the Furies locking eyes with Lily. Fury of anger just kind of comes marching through the crowd. How tall is Lily?
Like 5'3" on a good day.
So close to 3 feet taller than Lily, flanked by all of the. Just looks down at you. You can see that tensing of like, are we about to draw weapons? What kind of meeting is this? But she does hold out a hand to ask you.
I appreciate it. Maybe in a little while. I'm kind of waiting on the person I'm here with to come back with drinks. But she should be back soon. And then we can dance later. But I appreciate the offer. But Ava's over there, so I'm just gonna wait for her.
Ava,
But I'll come find you.
currently being met with Megara.
Just
Aw.
like 2 drinks, like gay panic.
She would take the drinks, set them to the side,
I was okay.
hold out a hand, and just
Uh-huh.
pull you into the dance floor.
I'll be back.
Never mind. I think I'm
Really
free.
taking the drinks myself.
Wesker.
Yes.
Persephone, the relatively smallest of the three, would just kind of stand up next to you. I assume towering over you.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like 5'6". So
You dance.
I mean yes.
Good. But make me look foolish.
Okay. I will try my hardest. Do you want to lead?
Like leans down to be face to face with you. I will always lead.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine with me.
And escort you. Think if anyone has anything else, the sight of all of the collective most powerful figures of Hades attending a ballroom gala can bring this game of Demigods to a did it. We all survived despite my best effort.
I
And we
almost
dodged
died.
the whole
I really
encounter.
did. We did dodge a whole
you
encounter.
had to have been close.
I had one
You
hitbox.
were about as close
Oh,
as you could
no.
get.
Yeah.
arguably.
Yeah, I was one hitbox away.
But you did go toe to toe with the toughest, most angry of Furies and win.
You did.
Yeah, in one hit.
Hot. I'll say
She
it.
ain't
We're all
shit.
thinking it.
It was
Yeah.
incredible.
She is shit. Like arguably she is the shit.
Yeah, but I got her down in one hit. So Lily's like, that ain't what?
Yeah, take that.
Yeah. Next
fine.
time, do better. No, she had a good time.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my lovely cast, thank you to everyone that came out to support us. High Shelf Collective, thank you for the raid. Neon Light, thank you for the raid. Thank you both for sharing your communities with us. We heckin' love ya. But before we go, I do want to go around, let everyone tell you who they are and where you can find their nerdy faces all over the internet. Go same order we did intros, left to right, top to bottom, which that we are starting with Kit.
Oh, great. Hi. I have been Kit. You can find me most places on the internet at KitRoll, or on Twitter occasionally at KitRollCause. Aside from here and right now, you can also find me here, not right now, but almost basically every other Saturday, with Fatal Ascension, our fabulous Ultima campaign, where I am everyone's favorite automaton. We're on the run from multiple countries and picked a fight with death? I don't know. That's what he was calling himself. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's normal. Every other Wednesday, returning in March, you can find Beacons of Farlight, a post-apocalyptic-ish campaign over on High Shelf Collective using the Beacon system, where I'm a little elemental shapeshifter, and we're all looking for answers 300-ish years after the fall of civilization. No biggie. And then every other Thursday, you can check out Project Reach Extraction over on Entropy Emporium, where I am Galahad, a homegrown arena fighter roped into a corporate heist against his own sponsor. So if you like things like cyberpunk shenanigans, dot hack, things like that, that's the game you're going to want to check out. And then, of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't plug Bloom and Blight, our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. If you like magical girls, queer narratives, and stories of hope amongst defeat, find it wherever you get your podcasts. If it's not there, I'll put it there. That's a threat and a promise. For episodes, announcements, clips, stuff like that, you can find us on basically all of the socials at this point at Bloom and Blight, all spelled out. And for cast and character information, transcripts for all of our episodes, and now a link to our shiny new community Discord server for the podcast network, you can go to bloomandblight.com. I believe that's the quick and dirty of it. But peep the socials. I will announce more things as I am able to announce more things. But that's me.
Heck yeah.
On to the next one.
Over to Rise.
All right, I am Rise, aka Sean. You can find me on Blue Sky under Rise, Instagram threads under Rick and Black Photography. None of that has anything to do with TTRPGs. That's all Blue Sky stuff. As for where I'm going to be, I'll be back here actually twice next week on Lost Caravan for our charity week. We are doing a charity week for, I keep forgetting the name of the hoop. What's it called? Wildlife, something like that.
That is a hacking LC question.
Yeah, Hooper doesn't have anything to do with it, I guess. But yes, it's a wildlife charity week. It's fantastic. We've got lots of wildlife and nature themed games all week. On the 7th, I'll be playing Pathfinder with Steve. And on the 9th, we're playing Monster Care Squad with Sir Heckalot, who is kind of the brains behind this whole thing and the impetus. So that's going to be super fun. Looking forward to that. The 12th, we'll be back for part 2. We are still doing that on the 12th, right, LC? For Duncan Hill? Yes. So The Haunting of Duncan Hill, written by our friend Daniela, who's going to be running that for us. It's our second time playing that, because the first time we kind of broke her game. We blame LC for that. You can see by the big grin on her face. And then on the 25th, we're back here for Fabula Ultima with Hooper, which that is going to be super fun. I'm looking forward to that. Some kind of steampunky JRPG style vibes. And I believe, so this one's kind of still up in the air, but I believe it will be the 24th. Should be episode 1 of the Starcrier Conflict, a Lancer campaign over on RPGs Uncovered. It's going to be fantastic and very long. It's going to be a long running campaign. It's supposed to go from LL0 all the way up to LL8. Lots of drama, lots of giant robot fighting, and who knows what other kind of paracausal nightmares will show up for that, because it is Lancer and it is amazing. But I think that's everything I got going on this month, maybe.
You love Lancer in this house.
Oh god, yes.
And that brings us over to Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. You can find me on all the socials at Chance47. And I'll be around. That's all.
Sorry. I had a 50-50 shot, but it's over to Johnny.
Hi, it's me, Johnny, aka it's Johnny Rose. It's _ Johnny Rose on Twitter. If you want to find me, you can find me here a few times next month. We're going to be doing a lot of different games. But if you want to check me out on Twitch at it's Johnny Rose. And if you're into wrestling, just saying, I don't know if you are or not, follow me also on Twitter at #1entrance and on our YouTube #1entrance. We do wrestling reviews of usually every show. We try to stick to just casual watching. We're not hardcore about it. And again, if you want to check me out tomorrow, over again on Twitch at It's Johnny Rose, I'll be playing through the Silver campaign in Sonic 06.
Heck yeah. And then last but not least, over to LC.
I fucking love Sonic 06, baby. Number one Sonic game. What's up? Okay, hi, I'm LC. You can find me on Optimistics on all social media. I am very eepy. I've had a long few days. I'm so sorry. I'm okay. All of my outros are a mess, and it's not gonna change this time. Where can you find me? Tomorrow, Lancer. Let's go. It's finally our Recall Week Lancer game. We're pulling people from the old Necromancers Lancer campaign. We're pulling people from Nova. We're pulling me, Min, with a whole new build that Hoop helped me do today, and it is a monster. And it's gonna be really fun, and I can smooch every person playing because they're not NPCs. Moving on, I have Speakeasy on. Ooh. I went through every name except for Singularity, and I was like, why can't I think of Singularity? It's on Singularity RP. This is my, we're going on our year, actually. This will be our year episode, and I've been promised Timothy, who is my ex-fiance, and I can't even kiss him, so that's great. It's great. I'm having a great time. I stole the King in Yellow because I could at the auction, and that's because LC wanted to and not my character, so that is a repercussion I will deal with later. And then on the 4th, there's no Lancer because we are doing the wild, so re-wild charity funding, charity raising campaign throughout the week. This one is hosted by Kian. I'm super excited. It's Something is Wrong with These Chickens. We were playing Eldritch Chickens. I know nothing else about the game, but it sounds really, really chaotic and fun. And then starting on the 5th, our very first episode that will air bi-weekly over on Entropy Emporium is our Horror Masks campaign. And I am really excited and I'm really scared, and we are opening with a cliffhanger that left off in our group therapy session from that we did for a 0.5 session. It's going to be really scary, spooky. It's run by JD, so you're guaranteed to have some like fucking wild shit go down. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be baller, and I play just a little guy, and I swear to God, as you can see here on my body count, she hasn't killed anybody yet that I know of without my permission. And then starting back on the 18th, we have alternating bi-weekly games again of our no longer Dustgrave, and now, what are we calling it? Hell's Gate?
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate game. It's great. It's fine. I murdered a person in cold blood last. It was not cold. He was an asshole and I hated him. He is now cold and 6 feet under. But I can't kiss anyone in that either, so get wrecked. We're having a time. I missed the 12th, but Rise already talked about that. I can't kiss anyone in that either. I just need you to know there's a trend here, and I really screwed myself for Lent, but I really want to win Lent. So.
Is we need context. Maybe people need context for this. LC decided to give up smooching NPCs for Lent in an effort to win Lent. However that works.
I don't know. I'm not Catholic. Anyways, that's about it for this month. If you're going to PAX East, you can find me there. I'll be there Saturday. Just Saturday, though. And then I go back to work. And then Lent will be over.
I think that just leaves me. I am Andrew. I've been your storyteller for tonight's game. Want to hear more of my voice? I don't know why. That would be crazy. But I am here running games most of the month, and to come hang out with us, you can join our Discord. The link is down below. The big old button that says Discord. It is where we post things like our monthly casting calls, our schedules, and just generally hang out and be giant. I think that's all we got. Throw a raid over to our friends at Magi RPG, who are playing Eclipsed Hearts, a Girl by Moonlight game.
Ooh.
We're gonna go share some love with them and their wonderful community. But, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, friends.